Good evening, one and all, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are covering tonight's contest between the USC Trojans and the LSU Tigers. My name is Red. I hope everybody enjoyed the football yesterday. As good fucking God, it was glorious indeed. Absolutely glorious. And I am very excited to be with you tonight. Now, a couple of things to note about this game, a couple of players to kind of keep an eye on. And hello, Akbar fan. It is good to see you again, my friend. A couple of things to kind of keep an eye on as we go into this game. For USC, no Caleb Williams this season, obviously. Lincoln Riley, who I think is suspect as all hell as a head coach, is pretty much going into the season on the hot seat a little bit. So it's going to be kind of one of those deals where either you're going to be, going to show out this season and actually earn your keep in Los Angeles, or you're going to be on the first plane ride out of there before the Olympics even come. So there's that. To replace Caleb Williams, they were able to bring in guys let me take a look here. Quarterback would be Miller Moss, excuse me. My names are fucking backwards. They also got Jaden Mayava. I'm saying Maiva because of Dwayne Johnson. Jaden Mayava, who's a transfer sophomore coming in from UNLV, who had an absolutely stellar season last season in the Mountain West. So do not be surprised if Moss begins to crack under the pressure if we see a little bit of Mayava tonight. Other than that, a couple of other notable names coming in would be Woody Marks, the transfer senior running back, and then a couple of guys coming back like Jacoby Lane, Zachariah Branch, and Deuce Robinson filling out that wide receivers. You got your X, your Z, and a slot. You got another slot wide receiver in Mekhi Lemon. So that is what you're looking like for the Trojans on offense. On defense, kind of a similar situation with LSU last year. They also had a Heisman quarterback. He's gone to the NFL. Coming in this season, we saw him a little bit in the ReliaQuest Bowl. It was Garrett Nussmeier, and he will be starting tonight. Got a couple other guys on the offense to look out for, like Josh Williams, the running back, transfer graduate CJ Daniels at wide receiver. You also got Kyron Lacey, the much touted wide receiver, the senior transfer, going to be bound for the NFL after this season. I can tell you that right now. Supposedly, he's going to be absolutely brilliant once you get to the show. Hey, Vol, how you doing? I'm ready for Red Hendry to win the NXT title. Jeez. Good to see you too, Vol. So let me update this real fast here. Well, we are going to be kicking off here at any time. Just so that way people feel invited to chit chat. I'll show off everything in the chat, including this one. And fuck USC. All right. Got some Notre Dame fans here in the chat, I'm assuming, by the NDF moniker there, unless I'm just seeing that wrong. Looks like it. So we will see what happens tonight. I fucking was so happy yesterday. Couple of things. We're going to be back next live stream tomorrow, obviously. Yep. Yes, sir. Go Irish indeed. That's one big takeaway from yesterday's college football action. Notre Dame is apparently, and I say apparently because I'm going to be speculative until I'm proven wrong, they are not frauds. For now, we are waiting to see. I'm very critical of the Irish, so much so I'm going to be dunking on them here fairly soon in good time. But yeah, they did what they needed to do against A&M. They got it done, and that's great for the Irish. They're probably going to actually jump up in the standings a little bit thanks to Oregon having a little bit of a trouble against Idaho. As a Sooners fan, also screw USC. Well, I can understand why, thanks to, Lincoln Riley taking Caleb Williams with you. So, what do we got going on here? So, fun fact, Tuesday night we'll be back because me and Akbar Fan are going to be going over this past week in college football. We're going to wait until tomorrow or Tuesday because tomorrow night we got another game to cover. It's going to be Florida State against Boston College. Basically, Florida State's get-back game, I guess you could say at this point, considering how atrocious they played in Ireland. We'll see what happens there. NDF, we had a top 3 secondary last year, at least top 5, and I guarantee it ain't falling off this year. Yeah, I mean, you guys returned a lot of deaf players in the secondary, so I can believe it. You know what I mean? I can believe it. Oh, they got the Heisman House commercial, and there's LSU's newest Heisman, Jaden Daniels, coming in to find his spot in the house. We got Reggie Bush coming out of the cryogenic freezer. That's awesome. I love that. I'm so glad he's back in it. It's not just Caleb. It's pretty much Riley absolutely gutted the whole damn program. It's by the grace of God that Venables quickly recovered things. Yeah, what Venables did was he saw when Lincoln and Riley left, he also left behind some of his support staff. So he retained all of the support staff that was secondary to Oklahoma's program, to Lincoln Riley, I guess you could say. And having that continuity to come back into to rebuild that foundation a little bit, not to mention having the ability that he has to use Oklahoma's name, as a big one for recruiting. It definitely got them a little bit of a boost. I know 2 years ago they were kind of rough. Last season they bounced back quite nicely. So I would say this season Oklahoma, I think, could be a slip-in for the playoffs. Just depending on, they beat the shit out of Temple, but Temple's one of the bottom teams in all of FBS. It's not really saying too much. We'll see what happens. They got Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit on the call, and there is his dog. Can't remember his fucking dog's name, but the good boy is on TV. That dog was made for TV, my man. That goddamn golden dog. I'm still concerned about OU with their performance against Temple. Like what? I watched most of that game, and I didn't find anything in there that would concern me. I was more concerned about Ohio State having a bit of a lackluster performance against Akron in the first half. But you got to consider these guys don't get preseason games, so it could just be rust. Who's my national champion pick for 24? I'm going to say Georgia now. After they just came out and walloped Clemson, I'm going to say Georgia, but I'm going to reserve anything crazier than that. Georgia just looked fucking phenomenal against Clemson. Baggy 789, yo, what up indeed, good sir. Or ma'am, don't know. I'm assuming sir. If I don't say your gender right, it's because most of my audience is male, so I'm sorry. And that's according to the YouTube data metrics. We just crossed 2,000 subscribers as well. Thank you guys so much for that. Appreciate it. And we are absolutely fired up to get this started. Oh, Baggy was on Twitch too. What's up, Twitch viewers? Terrible third down percentage. Other teams in the SEC dominated their opponents. Other teams in the SEC played FCS schools. And I don't mean like any general FCS school. I mean like bottom tier FCS schools. Your pick was Oregon, but I don't think that's too good anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. It became extremely clear as that game against Idaho processed that Oregon appeared to be undercooked, I guess you can say. We'll see what happens with Oregon. They could probably sure, but you got to remember they did just lose Bo Nix, and as much as everybody's hyping up Dylan Gabriel, having that stability at quarterback, that veteran leader at quarterback in your program for a good bit, that honestly allows you to fire out of the gate. They went up 89-0 on Portland State last year, I think, and last night they only won by like 11 or 12 points. Texas Tech nearly blew it too. Yeah, they almost lost to Abilene Christian in overtime. Abilene Christians took it to overtime. They tried to go for 2 to win, but they did the same play Alabama did in the Rose Bowl and did a quarterback draw. to lose the game. That's why you're an FCS team. And shadows of a team, you're right. Baggy, I am having a rough week. My cat passed away. I am very sorry to hear about that. And I appreciate that my content can give you a little bit of joy when you're having a little bit of a rough time right now. So I'm very sorry about your cat. I hope you're doing okay. Just remember, all animals go to heaven. I'm not much of a believer myself, but, you know, there's a good place for animals when they live good lives. Oh, Jesus. Comments are coming in fast. Currently watching NXT No Mercy while paying attention to NASCAR at Darlington. I'm so glad they went back to Darlington. I really am. NASCAR needs to get away from the corporate bullshit that they keep pulling. Can we talk about Vandy's game for a second? I'm getting there. You're very welcome, Baggy. You're very welcome. Should have won on the final kick, actually. Yeah, so Vandy dominated most of the game against Virginia Tech, and it pissed me off because I had an 8-game parlay that required Vanderbilt to lose, and they were the only team that lost in that 8-game parlay. So I lost out on $100 on 5. But either way, I'm not a big NASCAR follower. Oh, that's probably why I confused it. Okay. Yeah, that's probably why. I'm not a big NASCAR follower. I haven't been in like 10 years, so forgive me for being a little ignorant. Should have won on the final kick. Yeah, so Vandy, they should have won on the final kick, and they missed because they fucking Vanderbilted it. But then Virginia Tech they just couldn't offense the last couple of times. That last drive they had, they just couldn't fucking offense at all. It was pathetic. I mean, I don't know why I bet on Virginia Tech to win. I don't know why people thought Virginia Tech was going to be good this year. They lost to fucking Vanderbilt, the bottom of the SEC. Now, on the other side of the coin, you could argue that, well, the ACC had a bad day. Miami beat the ever-loving piss out of the Gators. I mean, beat them like they stole something. Alan, if you take me to a race sometime, my friend, that would be great because I've never been. With both North Dakota State and South Dakota State both losing in week 1, how far are they dropping in the FCS poll? Reminder that North Dakota State lost to Colorado by 6. South Dakota State lost to Oklahoma State by 24. I would say that South Dakota State, they'll probably fall about, Oklahoma State, they're number 1 and number 2. I'm going to say North Dakota State's probably going to, handle it a little less. I'd say they fall to about 5 or 6. South Dakota State, they'd probably fall out of the top 10 entirely, I think, just because of the severity of the loss. But I think North Dakota State came away looking a lot better just because they played stronger. Meanwhile, South Dakota State just couldn't get off the fucking mark. All right, so time to start focusing on this game here. Michigan looked like frauds. Absolutely. And I have no problem cheering that on. I have no problem saying Michigan looked like frauds because, Jesus Christ, what is there still left for that team? Maybe 2 or 3 players. This is my first time really watching college football season this season, and your videos have helped. Hey, Ramos. Thanks, man. I'm glad I could get you into it. All right. Xavion Thomas. And we are underway. LSU is going to get the ball first on the kickoff. And here we fucking go from Las Vegas. Kick will be returned from about the 7-yard line. And he'll be tripped up just before the 25 as we are off and running. So here we fucking go. Garrett Nussmeier in at quarterback for LSU. Snap, shotgun formation. He'll throw it to the outside. Caught. That's going to be a first down and a good chunk more. And that was Kyron Lacey, the highly touted wide receiver, getting that snag. If you can hear the game, I am going to turn it down just a wee bit. I want to be able to hear a little bit of it too. But hopefully it stayed low enough to where it's not a big deal. Your stadium could be enveloped by a sinkhole for all I care. Fair enough. Snap. Nussmeier looking to throw. Still looking. And it's going to be tossed and caught again by Kyron Lacey. He drops both feet just barely in bounds. And that'll be another first down for LSU. Yeah, all right. Yep, got 1 foot in clean, full control of the ball. That's a very good one. Yeah, let's not get me shut down by accident. That would suck. I mean, I could restart it afterwards, but that would suck. Quick snap on the draw, and that is going to be a run up the middle for about 2 yards. Didn't quite catch the number there. Looks like that was number 18. Who the fuck is number 18 on the depth chart? What the fuck is this? I don't know who that was. Or was it 28, Caleb Jackson? We'll see later. All right. Second down now for the Tigers. Single. Nussmeier is all alone in the backfield. He is all alone in the backfield. 5 wide out set. Snap. Nussmeier looking to throw. It is going to be caught for a gain of about 4 yards by C.J. Daniels. And that'll bring up a 3rd and short situation there for the Tigers. If you guys have any questions about the game whatsoever, I'll do my best to keep up with it as we roll through tonight. We are at 13 minutes to go in the first quarter. You put the game on, just listen to me talk as well. I don't care how you do it, but I appreciate you guys being here. It always helps the channel out. If you haven't already subscribed, help the channel grow. This small, fucking rioting mob we have here of college football shit posters. 3rd and 3, ball on the 40-yard line in USC territory. Nussmeier sends a man in motion snap. They're going to hand off up the middle, and he'll be stuffed right at the line. That was Caleb Jackson on the carry, but that's going to be 4th down for the Tigers, and they are likely going to punt. They're on the 39-yard line, depending on how far their kicker's range is. Probably not going to get very far on that one. And a happy Labor Day to you Americans and Canadians out there. I don't have to work my real job tomorrow, so that's fun. 4th and 2. Offense is staying on the field as Nussmeier calling a play at the line of scrimmage, sending 2 men in motion to the south side of the screen. Got 2 men up top, 2 on the bottom. He's got his running back to his left. They will snap it. Nussmeier looking to throw, and it is caught. Where are they going to spot the ball? And they're going to say that he got it. That's a first down for LSU. First down, Tigers just barely got it. That was caught again by Kyron Lacey, and he's already becoming a very effective threat for the Tigers in this game. USC's got to find a way to shut him down and quick. And back to it again. Shotgun formation still for Nussmeier. Spread out, snap, fakes the handoff a little bit, still looking. He will toss it, and that is caught again. Again, I say, Kyron Lacey. That's his 5th straight completion. I think we found who Nussmeier's favorite target is, and his name is Kyron Lacey. He's got 5 catches, I think, already on the game, and we've just barely begun. He just keeps finding a way to get open. Those corners at USC's defense, they got to get pressure on him. It's 2nd and 2 now on the 28-yard line, and they're deep in USC territory now, threatening to get into the red zone. And we got flagged down all over the place. They were going to have a false start on LSU's offense. Somebody twitched at the line. Red sits here from Columbus. What happened with Blue Jackets player Johnny Gaudreau? Also, what was my reaction to that? And do you watch hockey or just Ohio State football? I was very devastated by that. I mean, it's not because I'm a diehard Blue Jackets fan. I'm a casual hockey enjoyer at best. I grew up in Columbus right when the expansion happened, and so I've always been a casual Blue Jackets fan. And I knew Johnny Gaudreau when they got him in from Calgary. That would be a big get for the team and was going to hopefully be, leading to a better future for the Jackets. But just a damn shame as Nussmeier snaps the ball, and he's going to complete it. He's still up. He's all the way down to the 20-yard line. That was number 86, Mason Taylor, the tight end, with the completion. But yeah, that was – I changed my logo for a reason. Like, I don't care who you are. If you're a casual sports fan and you hear about a young man dying in such a senseless way, too. Not only him dying, but his brother. It's a fucking shame. And, it really is a damn shame. Nussmeier going to snap, take it up the middle, and that is going to be ran all the way down to about the 10-9-yard line. That was number 18. Again, who the fuck is number 18 on this Jet depth chart? I can't fucking find him. Who is that? To figure it out, I'll know for sure. I don't know who that kid is. He's not listed on this depth chart over here at all that I got. Number 18, that's fucking who? I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. Hopefully LSU just runs the Trojans out of the stadium. I think they will, honestly. I honestly think they will. Snap, hand the ball up the middle, and then it's going to be brought down for a loss. They are down to about the 10-yard line. On first and goal, he just got nowhere fast on that run. This is the Modelo Vegas kickoff classic from Allegiant Stadium. Jalen Daniels on the sideline repping the LSU team. Looks like they got Caleb Jackson back in. A running back. Snap. Looking to throw is Nussmeier. He will toss it to the corner. Kyron Lacey's there, but he steps out of bounds. Incomplete. Just could not get the foot down in the red paint. And it'll be, what is it, 3rd and goal, I believe. Just barely missed the end zone with that right foot. I mean, barely. Yeah, 18 might have been Justin Jefferson back in 2019, but I'm talking about number 18 on the LSU Tigers right now. I don't have a number 18 on the offensive depth chart. I'm wondering if one of the other players changed their number and it just didn't update. I'll figure it out quick. Snap, Nussmeier looking to throw again. It's going to be caught. And he's down at about the 3-yard line. Doesn't quite get in there. That is number 12, Kyle Parker on the reception. I think the running back I'm looking at here is Josh Williams. My computer has his number on the depth chart as 27, but I think they changed it to 18. That's on it. I think that's what it is. I'll double check that here in a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's Josh Williams, the graduate. He changed his number. That's what was screwing me up. I just didn't update my system over here. 4th and goal. LSU is going for it. They are on the USC 3-yard line, and they're going to call a timeout. Brian Kelly just charges all the way down to the other side of the field to make sure. We are at 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. LSU's taking a good amount of time off the clock here early. Trying to keep control of the ball game, mainly keep the ball away from USC's offense right now. So they're taking their time moving downfield. Kyron Lacey's been a big factor in that. All right, 4th and goal. Offense is coming back on the field. LSU is not settling for field goal kicks right now. They are going to go for it. Garrett Nussmeier already 7 for 8 for 65 yards. Half of those catches are at least to Kyron Lacey. Baggy's like, for real. Yeah, you're damn right. All right, 4th and goal, 7:50 to go. Ball on the USC 3. Can USC do a goal line stand here? Snap, Nussmeier looking to throw. They're rushing him out of the pocket. He'll toss it for the end zone. Incomplete. And already LSU has shit the bed. We have a turnover on downs, and 7.5 to go in the first quarter.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
I don't know what the hell you're thinking, Coach Kelly, but take the fucking points, you moron. Jesus Christ. I'll never understand why I don't like this game. I might be the first game of the season, but kick a field goal for fuck's sake. Why can't they just kick a field goal in that situation? I don't care how much you trust your offense. You march down the field, get to the 3-yard line, let your kicker take the easy points, get the fuck out of there, and get on defense where you're going to be running circles around USC. Now you're just giving them open opportunity to take the lead early here if Moss is able to get to Zachariah Branch and just absolutely scorch your secondary. We'll see. Akbar. Only thing I know right now is in terms of SEC shorts this week, Matt Mitchell in Florida and SC are in despair. You're absolutely right. In terms of games I was surprised by yesterday, what surprised me the most, honestly, wasn't it was Miami looking so good. Like, that shit immediately made me think this is U part 3 potentially. And I'm not trying to get on the Miami hype train. I am a staunch hater of Mario Cristobal, as you guys well fucking know from the Oregon video. So, fun fact, this is Southern California's first game in Vegas since the 2022 Pac-12 championship, meaning their last 2 games in Vegas are their last in the Pac-12 and their first overall in the Big Ten. That's a very good fucking note there, Nick Harvey. Thank you very much. That is interesting for sure. SC has been, God, how do I want to describe USC right now? Frauds, I'd say. Like, that you had a Heisman quarterback last season, and Caleb Williams. You did fuck all with them. I mean fuck all, because you fucked off the entire season. You fire your offensive coordinator, think that's going to fix anything, but it really doesn't. And that might also be in despair as well, but they might just be in a hole. It's Elko's first game. Let's give him a season at least. I would say for the sake of their donors' wallets, you better give him a season. You can't just throw $75 million at Mike Elko and tell him not to coach there anymore after 1 year. A&M has all of the money in the world, yet they act like they're champions, but they literally don't do fucking squat with most of their opportunities. It's ridiculous. Honestly, God, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm not saying that all A&M fans are entitled, but some of them definitely make me come off as like they've always been here when they haven't been. A&M is, they were kind of Texas's bitch for many years in the Big 12. Then they went to the SEC, mainly to get away from them. And now Texas is back, renewing that rivalry, but also making the alumni and donors a little squeamish. I don't know. We'll see. Shit, the Capital One commercial reminds me that I need to rewatch League of Their Own. I know. That's such a good movie. A League of Their Own. That's so good. They really did great. So USC's got the ball. 1st and 10 on the 3-yard line. And there's the throw to the outside. It's going to be caught. And they're going to get some breathing room now. It's going to be 2nd and about 1. That's a little rough. Where's the flag? Pass was caught by Zachariah Branch immediately. And Miller Moss gets his first completion of the game, the junior quarterback. But after the catch, there was a hell of a shove by the LSU defender trying to establish dominance. I'm not here for it. I'm really not. Switch the ball over. 2nd and 1. Moss will throw. It is caught for a first down near the 20. That was number 87. Number 87, Lake McRee, the redshirt junior tight end. As we are seeing already the mistakes of LSU's ways, not taking the fucking points. 1st and 10 on the 20 already. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Moss, snap, hands it off to number 4. He's going to bounce off the blockers. He's going to break away for a good 5 yards. And that was Woody Marks, redshirt senior transfer, getting off to a fast start there in the running game. We're on about 2nd and 5 there. Nick Harvey, since the Big Ten got the 4 best Pac-12 teams, USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon, should the conference move the title game from Indy to the Rose Bowl Stadium? No. It's got to be a neutral site. If they move it at all, they should move it to Kansas because of the middle of the country deal. Snap, looking to hand off again. That's Woody Marks on the carry. He'll get to about They'll be about 2 yards short. Third down. I would love to have the Big Ten title game in the Rose Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I think that'd be awesome. But that's also like, from a geographic sense, kind of like the same as putting it in New York because Giant Stadium is there and that's a market now for the Big Ten. It wouldn't work. You got to have it in a Midwest city still because that's traditionally like where it is. So if you're going to have it at all, you could have it in, Arrowhead. You could have it some U.S. Bank Stadium, fucking somewhere. Snap, looking to throw. He pitches it to Woody Marks, but he gets swallowed up in the backfield. That's a fourth down. That play broke down quickly. It looked like they were trying to do an RPO, but LSU just sent the house and couldn't do squat. I mean, they couldn't do squat. They sent the safety. They sent the corner right away, the RPO, and he just gobbled up Moss, who then pitched it to Woody Marks, and he just fell on the ground. So there you go. There you fucking go. There you have it. 4th and 3, and the punt is away clean. LSU will take over, and it's going to be caught at the 16. He's trying to get something out of it. He'll get a little bit of breathing room down to about the 20, making guys miss, juking out of his shoes, and trips up right about where he caught the ball. So a lot of show and a lot of work for very, very little gain. You should have just fair caught it there, kid. Who's the refs? I have no idea, Akbar, who the refs are for this contest. I don't know if they're a Big Ten crew or if I'm assuming they're some neutral crew. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to check something real fast here. All right, there we go. I had to check to make sure everything was still in order around my house. We're good. All right. Well, like I said, guys, if you got any questions about anything at all, feel free to comment down below. We're kind of just chilling out and enjoying, hopefully, what's going to be a good game. Honestly surprised U.S. Bank Stadium doesn't host any bowl games or Big Ten championship yet. I understand Minneapolis Metrodome was bad, but U.S. Bank is state of the art. It's probably because of how far north it is, frankly. And Minneapolis is not as big of a market, I think, because of its location. I'm surprised, too, that they don't have a bowl game, but you also got to think, how many fucking bowl games do we have now? Too many, right? Pity we weren't able to do the SEC shorts doing Jimbo Fisher's firing the other night. Basically, it was the day Jimbo got hired and A&M fans were speaking to Bolter. Justin doing Bolter from the movie Big. Okay, I got you. I don't understand the reference entirely, but yeah, okay. Well, whenever we get around to that again, we'll check out a look at it. Once again, I appreciate you all being here. We're currently in a commercial break. I gotta make sure I got this stuff up whenever we're talking and just shooting the shit around. We're in commercial right now, waiting for them to come back, and now we're back. So that whole banner shit was completely pointless. And of course, Baltar telling them that Jimbo wasn't going to do jack shit. Turns out Jameis really was carrying that team more than we thought. What was in those crab legs? Good Lord. Oh, boy. I got a guy with binoculars in the stands over there. So there you go. People doing bullshit. Wait, you haven't seen the movie Big from the 80s? I might have, but I just don't remember it off the top of my head right now. I've seen a lot of movies, but that's one that I may not have seen yet. I'm not 100% in that regard. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Tigers as Nussmeier comes back into the game. They got a 4 wide out set. Oh, that was the whole Modelo ad? Okay, I got you. I don't pay attention to advertisements too much on stream. Snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that'll be a gain of about 3 yards there. Caleb Jackson, the sophomore, with the carry once again. And now, if you're looking at the USC defense, they said they also put up a graphic comparing it to UCLA. That's because the current defensive coordinator was at UCLA last season. Good Lord, fucking traitor. Oh, it's a Tom Hanks movie too. Shit, I gotta make sure I watch that then. I probably haven't seen it. 2nd and 6, because I love Tom Hanks. I know I probably haven't seen that one. Snap, Nussmeier faked the handoff. He's looking to throw deep, and he'll dump it off again down south. That'll be a 1st down. Jackson with the reception. He's gotten 2 plays in a row now with the ball. As LSU trying to pick up where they left off last drive and actually get some points out of it. 3.5 to go in the 1st. Ball's on the 30-yard line in LSU territory. Snap, Nussmeier hangs it off to Jackson again. He'll bounce his way before getting absolutely trucked for maybe 2 yards. Yeah, I think you're right. Anthony Lynn was the Chargers head coach about 5 years ago. I guess he had to go when you go back to you go somewhere after you lose your job in the NFL, right? I'm pretty sure he was the Chargers head coach. He sounds very familiar. 2nd and 8, and they are going to do a 5 wide out set here for LSU. And USC showing 4 on the rush. Snap. They're going to do a draw up the middle, and that's going to be a pretty good pickup. It's going to be 3rd and short. That ball was handed off to the wide receiver, Xavion Thomas, the junior transfer for LSU. 3rd and about 3. Ball is on the 37-yard line. And we have a surprising defensive battle here right now as we approach the 2-minute mark in the 1st quarter. Sending the man in motion. LSU is snap. Nussmeier throws it off to the outside. It's going to be caught, and we're going to get the 1st down off of that. That was Aaron Anderson, the wide receiver, with the reception. Nussmeier sent Anderson in motion on that play, dumped it off to the outside, and he beat that corner one-on-one in a little quick juke stick move. As no U fan, Lincoln's great at building offenses. It's the defenses he can't do anything about. I think that's what I meant to say. I think he fired the D coordinator last year. Either way, he sucks, in my opinion. He's overblown. 1st and 10 now. Ball's on the 43-yard line. Anderson's back in motion again. This time they will hand it off, and that's Williams on the carry. He stood up right at the 45-yard line and hurled down. Really, the whole situation was just because Bob Stoops was worried about him. So he just retired and let him be the head coach. Really? I mean, they weren't going to ever fire him. He had so much success with Oklahoma way back when. 2nd and 8 now. Ball on the 45-yard line. Snap, and they will hand it off to Williams again, and he's going to be stuffed, but he'll jump forward and actually get about 2 yards out of it somehow. And it's definitely a little chippy. You see somebody, you see a couple of guys on each play doing some extracurriculars after every single snap. There's a little bit of a hand fighting and shoving after every single play. Nothing that warrants a flag or anything, but still, it's could turn into some beef here if they're not careful. 3rd and 6 now. LSU is on the 47-yard line in their own territory still. Man in motion. Nussmeier takes the snap, looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Anderson. He's hurled down. 4th down. LSU stopped at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Anderson just immediately met by the corner and couldn't do a damn thing. Quick little flat route underneath just to try to get the 1st down. Pretty conservative call. Sniffed out immediately by number 7 on the USC defense. That was Kamari Ramsey, the sophomore transfer on USC's defense that got the stop as we have wrapped up the first quarter, and it is 0-0 here in Las Vegas. And surprisingly so, I figured we were going to see something. It should honestly be at least 3-0 right now if LSU had just taken the fucking points. But alas, they did not, and they're going to regret it later, I feel like. A little bit of research on USC's defensive coordinator. He worked for the Chargers, Bruins, and Trojans. All he's missing is the Rams, and he'll coach all the Los Angeles football teams. Yeah, let's see if they're hiring next season. Man, if I had a time machine, I would have just told Bob not to retire and let Lincoln go since I'd show off his loyalty in terms of running away. So SoCal, just to be in a weak conference. God, Riley hates real. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like Lincoln Riley as much as the next guy. But it is – I don't buy the bullshit of running away to a weaker conference. I think that what he ended up doing was just following the money. Frankly, he's just probably going to get paid way more money than what he would have gotten at Oklahoma at the time. And as I have said on this YouTube channel way more times than I care to admit, money talks, bullshit walks. And boy, did he do the walking. I had to adjust my camera real quick. Sorry if we got a little disorienting there. So we're going to finally update the scoreboard for the first time tonight, but just to change the quarter. Surprising, no? Again, this is number 13 versus number 23 in the nation. I don't know what else we can really say. These kickoff games are usually so, they could be so fucking weird where, it's going to be touted as like top rank versus top rank, but in the end, it ends up just being a dud. You know what I mean? I usually never watch these, to be honest with you. I never really watch these kind of games because it usually ends up being a blowout one way or the other. But so far, I've been pleasantly surprised it's been so close. Mainly because of Brian Kelly's incompetence at taking the fucking points. Just look how things were going in 21 with him. Yeah, I know. He was backroom talks with USC not too long after the OU Texas SEC news. Maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We only know what has been leaked, and obviously you got to take that kind of shit with a pinch of salt. So, we'll see. That's kind of like me being pissed off that, Urban Meyer left the Buckeyes because Jacksonville was backdoor scouting him when it turned out he was a piece of shit. He won a national championship, so thanks, Urban, but fuck you. Lincoln Riley made a big mistake by leaving because TCU is the only Big 12 team that won a game in the playoff, proving Oklahoma and Texas leaving for the SEC made them cowards. Again, point to the dollar signs. SEC's got way more money in their media rights deal than the Big 12 does. And even with everything else, like I kind of knew as the punt's been kicked, by the way, so nothing happened there. I kind of knew that they were going to leave eventually. They were like fucking inches from going to the Pac-12 in the last big realignment shit that killed the Big East back in the early 2010s. They were this close to just fleeing for the Pac-12, but they couldn't get it done. So that was that. So I kind of always had a feeling that they were going to be going from the Big 12 at some point when the opportunity struck. And if you ask me when the news came out, I honestly wasn't surprised because I figured, they'll leave eventually when they almost left in the early 10s. All right, Moss is going to fake the handoff to Woods, and he's going to dump it over the middle, and that's going to be caught by Lake McRee. And that'll be a nice little pickup there by the tight end for the first down. They got an offset pistol. It looks like a pistol formation for USC here. Snap, hands it off to Woody Marks, and he's going to be drilled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Going to be second down for the Trojans. As that defense is not fucking around tonight. That is for damn sure. And Blake Baker, the defensive coordinator for LSU, has done a fairly decent job of containing the Trojan attack so far. Second and 11 here. Ball's on the 29-yard line for USC. They're still deep in their own territory here. And there's Branch on the motion. Moss circles to the outside, toss it to Zachariah Branch. He's got some convoy with him. He's to the 40, he's to the 45, all the way down, out of bounds around the 47-yard line. Big pickup there for USC. And that was just a good bit of trickery there. They sent Branch in the motion. Marks to the outside. Moss went to the backfield. It was just an overdeveloped wide receiver screen, basically, because the offensive line all motioned out to the left side during the play, and gave Branch a convoy on the catch and the follow-up. So, well drawn up play there by USC. Hey, Cynical, appreciate the congratulations. Thank you so much. Snap, fake the handoff to Woody Marks. Moss still looking, dumps it out of bounds. Second down. Yeah, I was very surprised when we got to 2K the other night. It was a lot of fun, especially in the middle of the Akron stream. That was great. Even had to chug a cider over it. Now give me the 3K tonight. I'm just kidding. It's not happening tonight. I'm at 2010 right now in terms of number of subscribers. I'm content with that for the moment. I know it's not going to get much bigger than that right now. All right, second down and 10. Ball's on the 48-yard line, just inside USC territory. And we got motion on the offensive line. That's going to be an easy false start for USC. That'll back him up. That's a drive killer right there. Moss is talking to the white hat. He's trying to plead his case, but it's probably not going to happen. It's going to really depend. They're doing a lot of talking about the whole thing. Hang on. Oh, they're calling out on the defense. Oh, they're saying the defense made him flinch. Oh, shit. The defense is the one that gets flagged for being offside. Let's see what happened here. I'm looking at the left end, and the motion by the defense, all three of them is what made the Trojans jump, and they're saying that's a penalty. 3rd and 5 here for USC. They're going to dump it to the outside. That's going to be caught, making a man miss, and that was Quentin Joyner with the reception on the play. He is just short, I think. Just short. And if I'm USC, I'm sorry, it was 2nd and 5. Now it's 3rd and 1. Okay. The graphic on ESPN's side had not updated, so forgive the confusion. It is now 3rd and 1, and the ball is now inside USC territory on the 43-yard line. See what Miller Moss has in store here. They're going to snap, hand the ball up the middle to Woody Marks. I'm sorry, that's actually Quentin Joyner again, and he will get the first down this time. And there you go, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. They are driving now. One statistic evidence TCU is 1-1 in the playoff. Oklahoma is 0-4. Texas 0-1. Granted, the 0-5 frogs on a 500 record got destroyed by Georgia, but they have more than the 2 in the Big 12. You're damn right. There you go, frogs. Plus, TCU is just, historically speaking, way more successful than both of them anyway. They even won a fucking Rose Bowl. Moss is looking to throw on the first down. He'll toss it into the air. Oh, my God, he caught it with one fucking hand. Are you kidding me? Kyron Hudson snatches the ball out of the fucking sky with one hand. Are you fucking kidding? That is incredible. That is absolutely insanity. We're looking at the replay still. Literally, Odell Beckham's that shit in the middle of the field with 2 defenders on his ass. And I don't know if that's going to count. That ball might be dragging. I don't know. We're trying to get a clear view on the replays. I don't have a clear view at all. I think that's going to stand. They're reviewing the catch now, obviously. But Jesus Christ, what an effort. Wow. Hey, Duck. Hey, Red. Hope you're enjoying the Labor Day weekend. Akron tried to give me hope, but I knew reality was going to set in. Yeah. They gave Ohio State a little bit of it. They gave me a little bit of nervous sweats in the first quarter because Akron came out pretty much firing. But as always, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And by the third quarter, it was well in hand for Ohio State at that point. But you know what? They came out, they played about as well as they could, and it wasn't enough to beat Ohio State. But who knows? Akron might have a better season than MAC this year. And I hope they do. Which, speaking of, tomorrow in college football 25, I have taken Akron to the playoffs. And tomorrow at noon, I am going to be playing those playoff games. It could only be a 1-game stream. It may be a 4-game stream, and we win the national title. Who the hell knows? But we're doing the stream tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So if you want to tune in at 12 o'clock and catch me playing as Akron, the live stream link is already on my channel. Go set yourself a notification to remind you when it's time for it to go live, and we will see what happens. It may only be 1 game, we may be 4, but we got into the college football playoff, and it's going to be a fun time either way. And it could be the end of our Burn a Rubber series. Who the fuck knows? But if we do lose, we're going to be playing in the Big Ten next season because we won the MAC title with Akron, and they're ranked, for God's sake. We'll see what the referee says. We're in commercial right now. They're reviewing the catch. Again, he Odell Beckham that shit. And there's got to be clear, indisputable evidence that he caught the ball. But I'll tell you what, he had 2 defenders around him. That's going to be pretty damn tough to overturn. I couldn't really get a good look at it on my TV when they were reviewing it. And I got a big fucking TV in front of me here, so I would have been able to see it if it was clear and obvious already. So the fact that it wasn't to me right for the 3-4 shots I got, it might stand. We will see. Still waiting on them to come back because they're making their commercial money right now. As always, if you got any questions about the game or college football in general, feel free to drop it in the chat, and we'll talk about it during the game as much as we can. Just doing this solo tonight, guys. Let me ask you this. Did your team win this weekend? Did your team win this weekend? That's the question I have for people in the chat. Did your team win this weekend? As we are coming back from commercial. And they're going to call that a catch. Unfortunately, I need to step out for a second, guys. I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, I got back just in time. Touchdown, Trojans on the run.
Yeah, everyone's on back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me, who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
Apologies about that. I have kids, and my daughter needed to be tucked in again real quick. So there you go. But yeah, no, it looks like, yeah, so obviously the catch stood. USC was able to get in, and quick goal line rush got them the touchdown. Snap is up, hold, good kick. All right. Well, we are halfway through the second quarter on a absolutely insane catch by Kyron Hudson. Woody Marks runs it in from near the goal line for 6. Extra point gets tacked on. USC currently is beating LSU 7-0, if you can believe it. So there you go. Yeah, I'm a dad. So occasionally, my kids are in bed, and they're supposed to be asleep, but they'll need something occasionally. So if I have to step out for any reason real quick, just to make sure they got what they need and go back to bed, so be it. All right. Your team didn't win because North Dakota State lost to Colorado and our defense didn't play great. Our coach didn't call timeout before the 2-minute break. I'm worried about a bunch of guys from the past is going to turn us into the boys club, aka Pittsburgh Steelers of college football. Man, that's impossible. You would need Mike Tomlin to coach you if that were the case. I'm having a good time tonight, guys. This is a nice, chill stream. We got some good football on. Get some good banter going about the college football season, however young it is. I made a lot of progress today on an upcoming video I'm working on. I got 2 of them working on. First is a roast of Notre Dame, and the second is top secret. You'll find out in due course. But I made a lot of progress on the secret video today, and I should be able to wrap that up, get it preset for upload, and then start to wrap up the script for the Notre Dame video and all that shit. Here's a question. How the fuck does Empire make his videos so damn quickly? He's making like a video a week right now, and it is like a pace I could not possibly keep up. Like if there was a game worth absolutely destroying a team over like the Florida State game last weekend in Ireland, I could whip out one of those. But man, I can't make those quality videos like he does in such a short period of time. I would be running ragged over that. I think the closest I got to it last season was like I made like 1 video a week for like 3 weeks, and then I quit because it was just too much fucking effort. Last night's game was just a bore, and sadly the Irish lost, but A&M losing is fine. You mean the Irish won, but A&M losing is fine by me. Yeah, I agree. The game last night, it was a little, I wouldn't say it was a bore. I think it was just a smash-mouth, hard-nosed game. That's the way I see it. But I could be wrong. So here we go. I said that because the Steelers have coaches who have either played in the past, won championships, but underachieved recently, and they have arrogant fans, including myself, to be honest. Okay, fair. But still, North Dakota State's an FCS. I mean, you can only get so arrogant being the I guess you could say, can we still say them being the Alabama of FCS football? Not their cousins in South Dakota are kind of my buddy Dragon sent me answered my question earlier about how Empire is able to make his videos so damn quickly. A lot of YouTubers usually have editors behind the scenes. Fair enough. I don't have any editors. It is me, myself, and I making this shit. Live streams, I usually have 1 or 2 people helping me out occasionally, but just to join me on commentary. But tonight I wanted to fly solo, practice a little bit myself because I'm not always going to have people to bounce off of. And it's good to have other people involved in these streams too. But it's good to be able to just shoot the shit straight to the chat. So here we go. 1st and 10 now. Ball's on the 25 after the touchback. We got a flag already. Delay of game on LSU. Holy fucking shit. Good Lord Almighty. What are we doing, LSU? You are off the wagon. My God. 11 minutes to go now in the second quarter. LSU has 4 penalties already in this game. USC is still blank on penalties. 2nd and 15 now. Ball's on the 20. Snap. Nussmeier's looking to throw. It'll be caught on the far side of the field by Taylor, number 85. And that'll bring up 3rd and a good chunk there for the Tigers. Yeah, Mason Taylor, number 86. My bad. Why am I seeing these guys as before and after pictures from when they bulked up? Why do I need to see that, ESPN? I don't want to see that. Thank you. You can just tell me what their weights are. You don't need to see pictures of them with their shorts hiked up. 2nd and 7. Nussmeier dumps it off to Mason again, and he's going to make it almost to the first down marker. And there you go. 3rd down and short for the Tigers. He just barreled through that son of a bitch. Also, remember in the beginning of the Bison Dynasty, we even had our own version of the terrible town called the Thunder Towel, but it got discontinued after the 2014 playoffs. You think there was copyright infringement, maybe? I'm all for teams having their own towels to wave around as LSU just breaks free for a good run to get the first down. That was Josh Williams on the carry. That's so weird. Like, why don't you continue that? You guys play in a dome for fuck's sake. The Thunder Towel is perfect because you play in a Thunder Dome. Because you're the Thunder and Bison herd, for God's sake. All right. That's enough God sake and everything. All right. 1st and 10 for Nussmeier. He's going to throw it downfield. It is tipped and almost caught by fucking Mason Taylor again, but it is in and out of his hands from the tip deflection. Incomplete. He's just running a fade route right up the field, getting into that secondary. Oh, he actually cut inside at the last possible moment. He threw it right on the break. He knew where he was going to be, but the tip on the deflection was just enough to balance the ball and cause it to bounce right out of both of his hands. So we got 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. They got trips on the bottom in the wide receiver setup here. Snap. Looking to throw on the blitz. It's a wide receiver screen. It's going to be caught, and he's going to make it all the way down to about the 45-yard line inside USC territory. That is, I got to really get better at these fucking names. Number 0, Xavion Thomas, the transfer junior wide receiver. 1st and 10 for LSU. They are moving now. They are in full-on get the fucking touchdown mode. And as they come out with a 4 wide out spread offense setup here. 1st and 10 snap. Nussmeier is looking to throw. He will do so, and that is caught, and that'll be another first down. This time caught by C.J. Daniels. And, well, here we go. Here come the Tigers. Come on. If LSU doesn't get a touchdown on this drive, it might be USC's to win. We'll see. He was floating around with Miami players telling Gator recruits to ditch FU and join Miami after the ass kicking from yesterday. Jesus Christ. Indirect recruiting is some of the best recruiting there is. Got a dual set wide receiver up top, one on the bottom, and that one on the bottom just happens to be Kyron fucking Lacey, who's been quiet so far this quarter. Snap, handoff up the middle on the RPO. That'll be a gain of about 4 yards there. As that is number 22, John Emery Jr., the redshirt senior on the carry, 3rd on the depth chart. Second down now. Ball is just inside the 30-yard line, deep in USC territory. Snap, Nussmeier looking to throw. He's running out of the pocket, throws it downfield. That's Mason on the carry. Mason Taylor gets the first down near the 25-yard line. And there you go, 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. They are starting to really look dangerous right here. They're really threatening USC in the red zone now. Sorry, he fell out of bounds near the 20, so they are in the red zone. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 LSU. On the 19-yard line to be exact. Nussmeier takes the snap, looks to throw, heads for the end zone. That's Kyra Lacey there. Did he get in? Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
And Kyron Lacey, just an absolutely beautiful catch. They sent him in motion across the field. And they were able to recognize that there was a man coverage. They had the safety on him. So Nussmeier just threw it right for the pylon. And he gets both feet in bounds on the catch, completely mossed the guy. There you go. Only got 1 feet in, but that was enough. And I mean, that son of a bitch just got mossed. Beautiful play by LSU. And that should tie the game, barring a missed extra point. They busted the safety in man coverage. That's exactly what happened there. That's why they threw it there, because the safety followed Kyron Lacey on the motion, so they threw the ball right at the corner. And to answer a question from earlier, it is a Big 12 It's a Big 12 referee crew in there tonight. Big 12 referee crew. Snap, holds good, kick is on the way. True. Well, shit, guys. We're in for a good game here. I'll be goddamned. We are tied at 7 with 7 to go in the first half. Would not be surprised if the Steelers did something, because during our rivals, UND's rebrand from the Fighting Sioux to Hawks. Oh. Notre Dame sent a cease and desist for the interlocking ND logo. Yeah, I can see that, honestly. They do that shit all the time. Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of what happens. The bigger programs just beat up on these smaller ones. High schools can usually get away with it, but they got to get some sort of a signed letter from the team that they're ripping off. Like there's a high school in the Cincinnati area called Princeton, and their logo is the Viking, like the Minnesota Viking logo. They had to get signed off approval to use that logo because it's pretty much a ripoff of the Vikings logo. It's just maroon and yellow, not purple and yellow. So you gotta get some sort of approval. And a lot of the times, NFL doesn't find out about it until they've been using it for years, because a lot of these high schools are pretty small. Some of the bigger ones are able to get approval pretty early, but the rest of them, you kind of got to do something about it. Let's see. Until LSU stops them on offense, I will assume USC will be scoring every single time. Absolutely. They've been looking pretty good so far. How long until Billy gets fired from Florida? I'm going to say that it's if Napier ends up losing a game that they shouldn't lose, he could get the axe. So let me take a look at their schedule real quick. Let's see. They had Miami. They got Stanford, A&M, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia. I'm gonna say if he loses, if they lose to Kentucky at home, he's getting fired. If they lose to Kentucky at home, he's getting fired. That's my prediction. I don't think they'll fire him before then. But if he loses to Kentucky at home, he's getting fired. He couldn't even open his water bottle. I mean, he's just not. I just don't think he's cut out to be an SEC coach right now. I don't know what it is with Florida, but they can't do shit. Days of Tim Tebow and Florida Gator dominance are long over. And instead, you got shitty Billy Napier trying to get them to relevance, and that's about all he can do. And, oh no. Oh no, Kyron Lacey, what are you doing? Did he just do a gun symbol at one of the fucking players on USC's team? What in the fuck are you thinking, man? He did a shotgun symbol at one of the players on USC's team as he was celebrating in the end zone. So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that's going to back them up on the kickoff. They're kicking the ball off from the 20. I mean, I know in terms of penalties, it's pretty fucking, silly. This could give USC brilliant field position. So here we go. USC is already going to be taking the ball from about the 10-yard line. So they're going to get past the 20 to the 25, down to the 30. Oh, he's breaking free. 45, 50, 45 inside the 45-yard line, all the way down to the 42. So that penalty really coming back to bite LSU in the ass now. God damn. Kyron, you fucking moron. USC got all the real estate to work with because they had extra 10 yards behind them on the return. Unbelievable. So USC is going to start on the LSU 42-yard line. And that is just absolutely shit. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because they're fucking... Okay, look, hold on now. Being in the end zone, that was just an Ole Miss thing. Okay, nobody else has been doing that shit. As we got an injury timeout on the field for LSU as the man is down. Well, no shit he'd be fired if he loses to Samford. It's fucking Samford. They're FCS. They're not going to. I doubt they do. Like, Florida's not good, don't get me wrong, but they're better than an FCS team. The reason why I said Kentucky is because that is a team that, especially you're playing at home, you should be able to beat. They can cause some trouble, but they should be able to beat. Not to mention, that game against Kentucky is like late in the season. That's on October 19th. So if there is a time where a coach could get fired and y'all just throw your hands in the air and say, fuck it, and start rebuilding then, it would be then. And that is also assuming that they're going to lose to Texas A&M and probably lose on the road to Tennessee before then. I would say that's the earliest opportunity that Napier gets fired. The earliest, not the only. Still in commercial right now on the injury timeout, just saying. Oh, I hate it. I hate not being able to do some things right now. Pretty chill at the moment. So we're just chilling out. Like I said, it's, Jay Mills. Good to see you, buddy. And welcome to the show. What was more embarrassing, Florida State losing to Georgia Tech and then losing to Notre Dame, or Virginia Tech losing to Vandy? Florida State's loss still is more embarrassing. I'll tell you why. Virginia Tech, we can call Virginia Tech kind of the Vandy of the ACC at the moment. They're getting pretty bad. I would say their head coach is going to get fired after this season if something doesn't change. That's for sure. A&M lost to Notre Dame, and they're ranked number 7 in the nation. That's fair and forgivable. Florida State lost to Georgia Tech. who is not ranked. That's a deep ball for Miller Moss. Oh, my fucking Lord. Deuce Robinson with the big grab deep, and they're at 1st and goal already. Deuce Robinson just ran a fade right up the safety's ass. Safety tripped up, and he ran out of bounds right about the 5-yard line. But to answer your question quickly, Florida State's loss to Georgia Tech was even more embarrassing because it just got beat up and down, left and right, and handily too. 1st and goal for USC. Miller Moss is balling tonight. Snap, handoff up the middle. Nope, they're going to fake it. Pass to the outside, in the dirt, incomplete. Well. USC, hello. Nice to see you're finally relevant again. Making me eat all my fucking crow about Lincoln Riley right now. We got a flag down, so hold your horses. Flag down. Personal foul. Illegal chop block on the offense. So replay 1st down from there. It's going to be 1st and goal again, but they're going to back him up quite a bit after the illegal block. That's the first penalty of the game for USC, mind you. 6 minutes ago in the second quarter, that was a 15-yard penalty. That backs them up to the 20-yard line. And they're blowing everything dead. Wait a minute. What are we waiting on? The previous plays under further review. For what? What could we possibly be reviewing here?
Using the clicker to have a look at Jacoby Lane, wait to see if they're going to call this targeting.
Oh, they're reviewing for targeting. Okay. Okay. So there is a review for targeting right now. Let's take a look at it here. So the ball was thrown in the dirt, and I'm not sure if that is targeting. It's definitely an illegal. All right, it was a blindside block, not a chop block. I guess that was a foul. Either way, I don't know how that's targeting. I didn't see any lunging for the head and neck area. Seems after the Michigan game, there was almost a fight with Fresno State players in the tunnel. Yeah, I mean, as much as I'm sure Michigan loves the tradition of having both teams and coming out of the same tunnel, they got to make sure there ain't no fucking fights going down in that thing. That's a recipe for disaster. It happens almost every time Ohio State's in town. So, I mean, I would say that's incidental at best for, like, targeting. I wouldn't call that targeting per se. I didn't see any helmet contact. It was a big block, and it was high as shit, but it wasn't – I don't think that was targeting. Like, his head and their heads collide, but I don't think that was the intention. It looks like he was trying to block him. You know, his hands were outstretched as if he was trying to block. It didn't appear that he was leading with his head. After review, no targeting. All right. Wasted a whole 2 minutes for nothing. The fact that he got his hands out in front of him is what saved him there. And, oh, no, look at that good boy. That dog is a beautiful dog. Good boy, Ben. Good boy. He's laying right on some of the courts. I love that they let him in everywhere now. That's awesome. Ben is the luckiest goddamn dog in the world. He can go to all the big games and everything. Doesn't even have to buy a ticket. First and goal, ball on the 20-yard line here for USC, and they are in a 4 wideout set, spread offense, snap, and they're going to fake the handoff. We got a little bit of a blitz, and Miller Moss fumbles the ball. We got a fumble. Who's got it? Who's got it? It is recovered by USC, 2nd and goal. Oh, boy, they are 2nd and a mile from the end zone on 2nd and goal now. Moss had just had the ball knocked out of his hands. They rush the corner. They rush the backer. No one picks up the end there on the rush. And Moss just had the ball stripped out. Thankfully, the lineman was there to fall on it. But that could have been a game-changing turnover. Now it's just 2nd and a mile on 2nd and goal. We're all the way back to the 24-yard line now. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Moss looking to throw. It's going to be a running back screen. That's going to be caught by Branch. He's down to the 15. Spin move down to the 10, down to the 5. And that is going to set up a much more manageable 3rd and goal. Zachariah Branch just fucking lit up on that secondary from the wide receiver screen. The ball was thrown pretty damn low for his liking, but he made up for it, made 2 men miss, including a clean juke move that would make any gamer proud. 3rd and goal on the 4-yard line. USC knocking on the door to retake the lead. Woody Marks to Moss's left. They're going to throw the ball for the corner. Touchdown. Wait, nope. Incomplete. Kyra Knudsen had it, and he was jumbling the ball. 4th down. Take the points, USC. Take the fucking points. He had it, too. He had the ball. So on the replay, they rushed the linebacker. That quarterback got lit the fuck up. Jesus. I'm surprised I wasn't rushing roughing the passer. Ball gets away in time. Kyron had it, but the defender got a hand in and was able to knock the ball out and bumble it in the air. So USC will line up for a chip shot field goal. It is up. It is good. 10-7 USC. Well, there you have it. What could have been 7 became only 3. I mean, that was just a great play by that cornerback. Who the hell was that? Number 1, Ashton Stamps got a hand in after he had caught the ball. He caught the ball, had a foot in bounds, but Stamps got a fist in there and knocked the ball free right after he caught it. So that is a easy incomplete pass. Great defensive play. We are at 4.5 to go in this ball game for the first half, I should say. Sorry, guys. It's only the second quarter. I'm a little loopy. 4.5 to go in the second. 4.5 to go in the first half. LSU will get the ball back on the kickoff. And as long as their offense doesn't go fucking stupid again with field position, they should be able to get a decent scoring opportunity here. Ball's going to sail out of bounds for a touchback. And I'm going to go ahead and comment they did a really sloppy job painting the field for this game. There is red paint all over the sideline on the USC side of the field. It is not clean. They did a really bad job with it. I mean, really bad job. Historically speaking, USC has not been great in these opening kickoff games. The SEC kind of owns these things. 1st and 10 on the 25. Nussmeier sends a man in motion. They'll toss it to the outside. He'll get a couple of yards on the carry there. That was Caleb Jackson, the sophomore, with the carry. As we are looking at about 4 minutes now left to go in the second quarter. And LSU down 3. It's a pretty close game right now, all things considered. But LSU is down 3. It's not something the SEC is used to seeing in these opening games. 2nd and 6. Snap. Nussmeier going to throw. He will do so. It is caught by Mason Taylor, the tight end. He's been a frequent target tonight in the second quarter. It'll be 3rd and about 1 after the catch. 3rd and 1. Sorry, 3rd and 2. My bad. They spotted me 2 yards short. Third and 2. Ball is where they spotted at. Let's see here. Ball's on the 39-yard line. It's 3rd and 1, you dumb fucks. It is 3rd and 1. Idiot. Snap. Nussmeier looking to throw. That's going to be caught. Guess who? Kyron Lacey gets the first down, and he is just a fucking terror on the field right now. Mason Taylor's been around for a spell. They just showed a highlight of him catching the game-winning touchdown pass against Alabama 2 years ago. He has gotten 5 catches for 43 yards tonight on six targets. I mean, he's a hell of a tight end. He'll make a good NFL player one day. And we got a timeout on the field by LSU. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust because that was LSU's second timeout. I thought it was my scoreboard's off from what it says on the TV a little bit. I'm not going to fix it, though. Too damn lazy for that at this point. And we're not going to cut to commercial. Going to be a quick timeout here. All right, 1st and 10 now for LSU. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Ball is on the 42-yard line, still in LSU territory. They're going to send a man in motion. And you got 3 wide out set. They're going to pull the guard. Nussmeier looking to throw. He will. As caught by Kyron Lacey again with the deep target. And they are in field goal territory now. Ball was about on the 32-yard line in USC territory. And they're hurrying up to the line, trying to beat out that 2-minute warning. Got a 3 wide out set here. 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line in USC territory. Snap. And that's going to be Josh Williams on the carry. He'll be stuffed and demolished a yard short of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down. And that is the 2-minute warning. I refuse to call it the 2-minute timeout. NCAA, get fucked. Tired. A long day. So, what are the big takeaways from the game so far going into the last 2 minutes? Pretty evenly matched, I'm going to say. I'm happily surprised by that. I did not think it was going to be so close. I figured LSU was going to come in, beat the dog piss out of the Trojans, and call it a day, but it's been pretty even. I don't think that's anybody was expecting that off the cuff. So, hey, good for them. Let me check something real quick. Shit. Sorry, guys. I was checking out my bets from last night. I don't know why I thought I had anything for tonight. I don't have anything on this game right now. All right. Thought about Reds National Championship Series. Even though college football playoff has stopped having split champions, we technically do have in D1 because we have FCS and FBS. The NCAA needs to merge the two. They absolutely will not do that. No, they're not. They're not going to do that. No, and I'll tell you why. The first split was back when we still had the university division and the college division, and for Division I. They've always been split in some forms. Then they reformed it again in the 70s, so that way it was more aligned. You had Division 1A and Division 1 AA, and then they renamed it FCS and FBS in the early 2000s. They're not going to merge the two. They're just not. Okay? Fucking no. The only reason I could see them doing that is some sort of antitrust lawsuit. but you would have to prove so much antitrust in the FBS that somebody would have blown the whistle by now. And it's just not going to happen. Not to mention, to be honest with you, you can't just merge two divisions of college football into one. It's not going to change anything. It's just not. So, no, your insight tonight's been pretty spot on, Nick, but that one I'm going to say no. FCS and FBS, they're literally two different divisions. They couldn't be more different than Division 2 is from Division 3. Yeah, nobody wants to see Ohio State versus Western Illinois in November or ever. You're damn right. Although I don't think that would ever happen in November because that's a non-conference opponent, but still, like, it's bad enough we have to see FCS versus FBS. But alas, we do. All right, 2nd and 10. We're back from commercial. Nussmeier goes to throw. It is overthrown, incomplete. 3rd down. Intended target was Xavier Thomas on the play. Yeah, I think that what needs to happen is just more FCS schools need to be good enough or get enough backing financially to come into the FBS, because I say money talks and bullshit walks so much that if I one day decide to do merchandise, it's going to be on a coffee mug somewhere. But you got to have the financial backing to get into this division. And simply put, nobody has the finances to get into FBS like that. 3rd and 10, they're going to throw it to Mason Taylor, the tight end, and he's going to be well short of the line to gain. Going to be 4th down. LSU will line up to kick the field goal. Got about a minute and a half to go in the first half. I want to see the Dakota schools get into FBS like you don't know. I want to see the Montana schools get into FBS. I want Idaho to be back in the FBS, but you know why a lot of those schools are not in the FBS? It's 2 reasons. Number one, conference alignments. They wouldn't have a conference right away. Mountain West isn't taking anybody at the moment. They wouldn't take the Pac-12 Raptors in Wazoo and Oregon State. And money. It's too damn expensive. Kick is up, and it is good. LSU will tie the game with a minute and a half to go in the half. And that's the one thing that people don't like to talk about when it comes to this stuff. It's the money side of things. Keegan, do not bring that son of a bitch up in this channel again. For all I care, he can burn his $69 billion. No, like, you got to remember, most group of 5 schools in like your Conference USA and your Sun Belt, they lose a fuck ton of money playing Division I athletics. And it's got to be made up by taking funds and revenues from other parts of the universities. UAB nearly shut down their football program for financial reasons. Granted, it was bullshit, a lot of the reasons, but still, they nearly shut it down. The University of Pacific in the 90s shut down their program, and they were in the Big West, which was still considered Division 1A at the time. So it's expensive to run a football program in Division 1, and it's really goddamn difficult to do it and be profitable, especially when you run a dozen non-revenue sports alongside with it with your basketball program. Like, basketball and football are the only revenue sports programs that schools can have. That's it. Baseball doesn't really make money unless you make the World Series. And your Olympic sports, they don't really generate revenue either. So, you take the costs from all these sports in a Division I contest and the travel expenses and everything else. It's expensive, man. And schools like North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, they don't have the finances and the donors and the alumni to financially support these programs. So it is what it is. 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. Snap. Moss looking to throw. It is caught. and it's going to be just short of the first down by Kyron Hudson. He nearly had a touchdown earlier in this quarter, but it got called back. 2nd and 1. They are now on the 34-yard line. Snap. We'll hand it off up the middle, but he's going to stumble. He might get the first down. What he marks on the carry there, they're going to say he's just short. And Moss, looks like he got tangled up there during the throw. His hand bounced off somebody's helmet. 3rd and 1 now. Miller Moss is a little in hurting right now. He's in Hurtville. They're just off of the first down marker, and now they're going to call a timeout. Okay. Timeout USC with 37 seconds to go. Why the fuck didn't you just call a timeout after the run failed, Lincoln Riley? You're not helping your cause right now, man. Dakotas, Montanas, and Idaho schools move up to FBS. They might have to do the crazy idea of forming a new conference. For example, the Southland Conference is planning to move everyone up all at once. That is crazy enough that it just might work, but I seriously doubt. Like, that is so complicated from what I do know. I would need to read up on how the Southland Conference is doing that before I could even make any sort of a hazard of a guess. Because I don't know where you would even begin with moving an entire conference up. Because the entire conference, in terms of would be on probation for the first 2 years by NCAA rule. But I don't know, we'll see. 3rd and 1, it's like a half a yard, honestly. Snap. Moss, he's looking to throw. He's getting rushed, and USC is going to pick up the first down. That was Woody Marks. He got just barely enough, and the clock is still running. They are going to reset the chains before starting the clock again. But there we go. Clock is now running. USC needs to hurry the fuck up. Snap. Moss looking to throw. He's still looking. He'll toss it to the outside. And that is going to be caught by Lake McRee, the tight end. They'll stop the clock at 23 seconds. He ran out of bounds. As we are approaching, we are at 23 to go in the game. Ball is around the 40-yard line. USC's warming up their kicker on the sideline. They're on the 42-yard line, pardon me. 2nd and 5, snap. Moss all alone in the backfield. He'll throw it. It is caught. Big gain. They're down to about the 35-yard line. First down, USC. Mekhi Lemon, his first catch of the night. 17 seconds to go. Moss is losing his ever-loving shit for some reason. I'm assuming they just called a timeout. They'll have one left. And Moss just threads the needle between coverages. They got busted in zone, throwing the ball right where the defender was not going to be. Mekhi Lemon, that was a really good pass by the redshirt junior. He got hit, too, on the throw. I mean, fucking hit. That's probably why he was pissed. He thought there should have been a flag. 1st and 10, if you're USC, you got maybe 1, maybe 2 shots to get into closer field goal range here. We'll see what they call on this play. They got 1 timeout left, so you got to be careful about what you run here. Probably going to throw the ball. I doubt they run it unless they're just going to settle for kicking the field goal. In which case, I guess you could run the ball in this situation, give it to Woody Marks, see if you can run it up the gut, pick up an extra 5-6 yards, help out your kicker. And they will. They'll hand it off to Woody Marks. He's breaking free. Down to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. And that'll be enough for the first down. They are going to – they can spike the ball here and stop the clock immediately. And 11, 10, 9, spike, 9 seconds to go. So they do exactly what I said, and they just handed the ball off to Woody Marks and just ran a draw play, which should have only been about 5 yards, turned into about 15. Great blocking there by the line. The tight end, Lake McRae, also got a great block there on the edge. And they were able to pick up a huge chunk of yards. Now you have a chance, if you're USC, to take a shot at the end zone here. You could run a post route right at the pylon if you wanted to. Snap. They're going to hand it off again to Woody Marks. He's still breaking free, and he will be down. And they're going to settle for the field goal. Timeout, USC. What a pair of runs by the Trojans. LSU kept on thinking they were going to throw. USC, great play calling there. And all of a sudden, what was originally going to be probably a 50-yard field goal in 2 running plays just became a manageable 30-something yard field goal. So, I mean, yeah, you can't do much better than that. Michael Lance, he's already made 1 kick from 22 tonight. And this one is going to be 29 yards. So there you go. Snap, hold down, kick is away. He missed it. He missed it to the right. He missed it to the right. It is no good.
What? Are you an idiot?
Laces were out. The ball curved the wrong way. Simple as that. It just curved the wrong way. "29-yard chip shot field goal. Curves to the right. No good. We're tied at 10. USC will get the ball to start the second half. So not all hope is lost there. But wow. Yeah, what the fuck just happened is right. Nick, I agree. Wide right. Call as old as time. So there you go. We're at the half now. We are tied at 10 at the half here. And it's been a good game, a very solid game. Nothing too explosive, nothing too insane, but a very good, solid game all around. And, I mean, if you're the Trojans, you're probably pretty pleased about what you're seeing right now with USC coming out and taking it to the Tigers pretty consistently, I'd say. Their offense is looking pretty good under Miller Moss. I'm surprised. Let me take a look here. Let's play some music in the background. I don't want to just be silenced while we do some chatting here about what we just witnessed. So a little lo-fi to chill out. That's all it worked for me. So anyway. So what have we learned in the first half? So Miller Moss looking pretty damn good. He's looking pretty damn good. I can't argue with that performance. Let's take a look at the stats from the first fucking half here. And we'll kind of just take a look at everything here. So overall stats by team. USC total yards on offense 207, LSU 237. The difference is in the rushing game, I think. No. Passing, they're at 130. USC's at 176 yards, LSU 191. Rushing yards, 31 yards for USC, LSU at 46. LSU has 5 penalties against them for 45 yards. USC's just got the 115-yarder. LSU's dominated time of possession with 19 minutes. USC at 11 minutes of possession. So there's that. And then in terms of, I go to the box score here. Miller Moss, he is 13 for 15, 176 yards. God damn. He don't miss. Yeah, just like me, you're going to have to watch this whole fucking game, Akbar. You ain't going nowhere. Wanted to watch an LSU blowout so I could play some XCOM 2. Race is almost over, too, by the way. Yeah, you're in for a good finish, I think, in this one in Vegas. It's going to be a good finish here. Let's see. But, yeah, Miller Moss, the son of a bitch just don't miss. He is 13 for 16. 13 for 15, pardon me, on 176 yards, averaging 11 yards a pass. Damn, that's fucking crazy. And then a lot of his targets tonight have been to Lake McRee and Zachariah Branch. They've done incredibly good work. They did have the fumble early on, but nothing that was too crazy. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier is looking even better. He's 20 for 24 on 191 yards with one touchdown. And the receiving is being dominated by Kyron Lacey. That is 7 receptions for 94 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good for a game like this. So he is, and ESPN just threw this stat up. He is 7 for 8 for 94 yards when targeting Kyron Lacey. LSU is wide receiver U still, and they have continued to prove that. That said, a 20-yard difference in passing yards isn't too much of a stat really to brag about right now. Like, they've been great with Kyron Lacey. He's been the star of the show on LSU's offense. USC, on the other hand, Miller Moss has just been incredibly accurate with every single attempt. He's only missed 2 throws. And Zachariah Branch, Deuce Robinson, and Lake McRee have been making up a good bulk of the production here so far. Deuce Robinson on just 1 catch has 38 yards. And Woody Marks on 7 carries, he's got 33 yards and a touchdown, so he's averaging over 4 yards a carry. Both these teams look really good. The only mistake we saw in that first half was a near turnover for USC when Miller Moss fumbled it and his lineman fell on the ball. And then LSU, they could be leading the half right now if they had just taken the fucking points in the first quarter. Why do I feel deja vu? Because that's what Florida State should have done in Ireland last weekend. Always take the damn points when they're presented to you. You can't afford to be greedy in a game like this. You got to respect your opponent. If you don't, you're going to lose. Straight up. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves on any fucking team is when the coaches get ballsy and they don't take the points. I can understand if you don't take the points and you're down by, 13, 14, and you got to get a touchdown to get back in the game. That's one thing. I'm talking about not taking the points to start the game. It is 1st and goal. It's 4th and goal or 4th and 1. And you're in field goal range. You're not guaranteed a touchdown, but you got a pretty good shot of getting a field goal in this scenario. Nick Harvey coming back at me again tonight with just, dude, you're just full of fucking knowledge, ain't you? Another problem with split national champions in the BCS era. When Utah and TCU won BCS games to go undefeated, they won a title from the polls. But when Boise State did it 3 times, they didn't. Yes. And I'll tell you why. The WAC fucking sucked. It was trash. I mean, the WAC was the sick man of college football for a very long time when it comes to like the lower mid-major conferences. The Big East was the sick man of college football in terms of conferences when it came to the power conferences, but the WAC was just so fucking rough, dude. And outside of Boise, and they were in the WAC up until about I want to say when it fell apart. Because like Hawaii went 13-0 one season, as a member of the Western Athletic Conference, and then got the brakes beat off of them against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. So, Boise State, you can say Boise State might have gotten an easier time against Oklahoma because Oklahoma might not have had their full heart in it, which is a problem, but that's why I am a strong proponent for paying these players to play in these bowl games and offering win bonuses for winning them. You're so smart because when I was younger in school, I'd go to the library, not for education, but research all the sports books in the library. Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. That's awesome. I love it. Sports nerds unite. I'm just a drunken, unhinged, crazy son of a bitch when it comes to being a sports nerd, but But no, I think going back to the BCS era, like TCU and Utah, Utah was the original BCS buster when they took down Pitt in the Fiesta Bowl years ago. People forget about that because of Boise State's incredible win against a bona fide blue chipper in Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Nobody has ever looked at Pitt and thought they were blue chip. They haven't been a blue chip school since the 30s, okay? So that's probably why. But Utah was the first team to really bust through the glass ceiling of the BCS and get a real win. Then it was Boise State. And then you could say Boise State kind of paved the way there for other teams like TCU to make their way through and raise hell before the BCS got canned. And then UCF raised hell, which paved the way for Cincinnati to get into the playoffs a couple years back as an American team before they joined the Big 12, which, they got solidly beat by Alabama, but it wasn't like a complete thrashing either. And paved the way for Liberty to break through, get that big bowl, that bowl bid in the Liberty, just brand new school, comparatively speaking, in FBS, and they got through despite the weak ass schedule they played to get their breaks solidly beat off by Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl last year, which ultimately led to Power 5, Power 4 now allowing the fucking Group of 5 schools a spot at the table in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. They did have Dan Marino. They won the championship near the end of that era when they had Dan Marino at quarterback. That is a good point. I forgot about that. That's it. Pitt is just, man. I don't know why they're in the ACC. I genuinely don't. Money? Bullshit? I don't know. They shouldn't be, in my opinion. They're nowhere near strong enough caliber. Boise State, going back to them for a moment, they showed me a lot yesterday. First off, Ashton Jeanty is he's holy fucking hell. You don't just score 6 touchdowns in a football game against anybody. Like, I know Georgia Southern's not exactly a top tier opponent, but nobody scores 6 touchdowns at all yesterday against any low tier FCS school. So I think that Jeanty has a real case of winning a Heisman. You heard that here first. I think he could win the Heisman as a Group of 5 player from Boise State this season. He is so fucking good. DJ, shut the fuck up. Pitt somewhat belongs in the ACC because they won the conference championship every 15 years. I remember they did win the ACC title a couple of years ago. I think it was 21. It was that weird, like, almost like blink and you missed it moment when they were playing at Wake Forest for the ACC title. And that's when that the no fake slide rule was implemented because of that sick fucking fake slide. It was so good and game breaking that they had to make a rule for it. Yeah. So okay, I take it back. Sorry. I mean, I'm not a Pittsburgh guy by any measure, as some of you guys may fucking know. Shut up, DJ. But I'll admit that, okay, fair enough. Pitt does belong in the ACC. They've at least, they've done more in the last 10 years than Virginia Tech has. We'll put it that way. Big games coming up this upcoming weekend, by the way. We will return this weekend for some more college football action. Let's see what we got cooking on Thursday. I really want to take a look. Obviously, Texas. That's going to be a big matchup this Saturday against Michigan. So no game on Thursday this week. Friday night, we got Western Illinois against Indiana. So boo. BYU against SMU. So and then Big Ten versus ACC and Duke versus Northwestern. Okay. Am I going to be able to stream that night? Let me see something real fast here. Trying to figure out my streaming schedule. I need to do this shit when I'm not streaming, but fuck it. Okay, Friday night. Yes, we will be able to stream on Friday and we will stream on Saturday this weekend. So I want to say Friday, I'm going to pick a game. I don't want to do the first one. That first game against, between Illinois and Western Illinois and Indiana is just going to be a dud. So let's pick, I'll make a decision by Friday if I'm going to do BYU and SMU or Duke versus Northwestern. I think I'll do Duke and Northwestern, actually. I haven't done either team yet. I tried to do SMU the other week, but last week, but it just didn't work out. So we got Texas against Michigan for Big Noon on Fox this Saturday. I'm obviously going to be covering that game. That's going to be a huge fucking game. Going to really set the tone on where everybody is at going into the season, in all honesty. And then what other big games do we got that evening? Not a lot. Ooh, boy. Who else? Slim pickings here. We got Tennessee and NC State. Number 15, Tennessee, taking on NC State at 7:30 in the Duke's Mayo Classic. Okay. That'll work. The rest of this is pretty kind of slim in terms of, possibilities for games here. So, all right, cool. So that's kind of going to be our lineup. I do Ohio State, but they're playing Western Michigan. That's not really going to be much of a game. Duke and Northwestern Friday night. Texas against Michigan on Saturday at noon. And then we're going to do NC State against Tennessee in the Duke Mayo Classic that evening. And there you go. That's going to be our football this upcoming weekend. So pretty straightforward lineup there. You love to see it. Football is amazing. Good Lord. All right. And then two more quick announcements. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the Dynasty stream at noon, like I mentioned. And then we are going to hopefully be able to do Boston College against Florida State. Although I got some personal things that may conflict with that. So to be determined on that one. But for right now, we'll be streaming tomorrow, at least the Akron Dynasty. And then Tuesday, which again, the Akron Dynasty, I'm taking Akron Zips to the playoffs. They are already in. We got our first round game on College Football 25 in our Dynasty mode. And that is going to straight up just be who the fuck knows. We might only play one game, and that'll be the whole stream. Or we'll play all four and win the national championship. I don't know yet. We will find out tomorrow. I'm going to broadcast this now. All right. And then, like I said, Tuesday, we're going to be breaking down all of week one. Me and my good friend Akbar, we are going to be doing a quick, well, I guess we're going to be doing a little live stream just going over what all we saw from this weekend. And going to break it down, see what it means, see if it means anything, and figure it out on This Week in College Football, which will be making its grand return. Can't wait to do that again for the regular season. Since Colorado has a tough schedule in the Big 12 play, since 8 of their opponents are currently ranked, well, that hurt Travis Hunter's chance at the Heisman if the Buffaloes have a losing record. I mean, considering that LSU's Heisman still happened with Jaden Daniels last season, even though they weren't even in the playoffs, I would say no. If the player is just statistically that fucking good, the team's record shouldn't be an automatic disqualification if it's not his fault. Especially if he's playing in a tough conference with a tough schedule. But who knows? I don't have a vote in the Heisman race, so I can just only give you my 2 cents, and it's about worth that. So there you go. We are back from commercial from the half. It is the third quarter. This is the Modelo Vegas Kickoff Classic. And we are underway for the second half. USC will receive, and that bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Now, again, USC has surprised me tonight already. Because Miller Moss has been incredibly accurate. Evening, Kurzov. Good to see you again. Glad you can join me for this. We are about to start the second half. It's been a good one so far. USC's not blowing chunks. All right, lined up. Snap. Moss will hand it off. And it's going to be a run up the gut. He'll gain about 6 yards on the carry there. It'll be second and about 4 there after the Woody Marks carry. Man. I'm so happy that I don't have to work tomorrow, man. This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. I just sit around and try and chill out. It's awesome. After the Akron stream, of course. 2nd and 4, ball on the 31-yard line. Snapper going to hand it off again, and this time he's going to break one tackle and then get stuffed behind the line. He's still on his feet. He didn't wrap up, and he somehow scrambled to get 2 yards. Quentin Joyner was nearly tackled twice. The second time, the LSU defender had both arms on him, but didn't bring him to the down. He tried to just throw him on the ground, didn't put any weight on him. Breaks one tackle, tries to reverse field, gets wrapped up, still breaks away because the LSU defender lost his grip, and he gains 2 yards out of it. 3rd and 3. Incredibly, a lot happened on there for very little. 3rd and 3, snap, empty backfield. It's going to be caught. And is that incomplete? Is that incomplete? I do not know. It looks like they're calling it an incomplete pass. Looked like he almost caught it. The pass was intended for Mekhi Lemon. They don't have nameplates at USC, so I can't just look at his back. It was intended for Mekhi Lemon, and the LSU corner, number 6, Jordan Allen, got in there and disrupted the pass. In any event, whether it was a fumble or not is irrelevant. It's 4th down, and USC still fell on the ball anyway, just to be safe. So a rare 3 and out for the Trojans in this game, and they're going to boot that away. And it looks like LSU will try to make a return out of this. They'll get to the 25, down at the 27-yard line, where they will begin. And here comes Garrett Nussmeier and the LSU Tigers. And we've had some, or in a commercial, are you fucking serious? I thought they were going to go straight to the next drive. Fucking hell. Okay. So LSU definitely made some adjustments on defense that USC couldn't quite crack through there in that first drive. So we'll see what happens when they come back out later. But LSU is they've looked pretty good, especially when you throw the ball to Kyron Lacey. Just when you snap the ball, just say fuck it. Kyron's open down there somewhere. Still in commercial, guys. I'm sorry. And I just realized again that I am a dumb shit and didn't turn off the music when the game came back on. Oops. My bad. Appreciate you guys that have been here all night so far. Appreciate you guys that have been coming in and out. We've had a good game in Vegas. And we are far from done. It is going to, I think, one or two things are going to happen in this next half. If you're asking what I think is going to happen, LSU actually has a defense that has been able to put on a hell of a stop, and they can adjust in the second half, no problem usually. USC, on the other hand, is not. They're not that good at, making those defensive adjustments. So if LSU comes out and stalls just like USC did, I think we're going to be in for a bit of a defensive stalemate. If USC comes out or if LSU comes out and just goes hog wild on USC's defense, could be a long night in the second half for USC. LSU has the potential here. I genuinely think they have the potential to break away here and possibly run away for the game. But it's going to come down to if they can actually play defense. And we know LSU's, historically speaking, had great defenders. And they can play, but man, I don't know. This will be an interesting second half right here. So here we go. We're back from commercial finally. Thanks, Akbar. I didn't fix the timeouts. We got back from the half. My bad. Thank you, sir, for catching that. Ruben, I am still human. Nussmeier going to hand the ball off up the middle. And Jesus fucking hell, he got destroyed. Good Lord. Josh Williams, the graduate, is just having a hell of a time right now getting through this USC defense. Oh, now it just says 3 on timeouts. Oops. Hold on. There we go. Now it's fixed. And we got a injury on the field for LSU. That's probably going to cause another timeout, isn't it? I hope not. We just had a fucking commercial break. Nope, we're not doing commercials again. Thank God. Let's see what we're doing here. Second and 7 now for the Tigers after the injury timeout. Look, dude screwed up his ankle. All, 13 minutes to go in the third quarter. And this drive right here will be able to kind of give us a preview of what the rest of this game is going to honestly look like right now. They got trips, wide receivers on the bottom of the screen. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle. He's going to bust away for about, I want to say, 4 yards. And that'll bring up third and short. Caleb Jackson on the carry just muscled his way forward, trying to get a few yards on there. Puts them in a good spot. Had a good block on the front side of him by Will Campbell, the junior left tackle. So 3rd and 3 here for the Tigers now. Ranked number 13 in the country. USC ranks 23rd in the country. Nussmeier calling an audible. Empty backfield. They're going to send the house. USC. And that's going to be caught. And where are they going to spot the ball? They're going to spot him short. Caught on the catch there. I think that was caught by Xavier Thomas. Hold on. Nope. That was caught by C.J. Daniels. And that ball is definitely short of the line to gain. On the replay, they had the pylon cam right there on the downs marker. He had reached his arm out, tried his damnedest to get that mark, but he could not get there. That'll be 3 and out for LSU. They'll retreat to the sidelines, and that kind of that tells me right there that LSU it's gonna be a little bit of a dogfight in this quarter now. While everybody's trying to figure out their defensive adjustments, it's not going to be no shotgun high-scoring bonanza here. USC's going to try to return the punt. He is still on his feet. That's Zachariah Branch on the return, but he couldn't get anywhere. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for USC, and we got some chippiness right there at the very end. 11 minutes, 27 seconds to go as we're back in commercial. I am so happy that my computer has decided not to play Seppuku tonight because I would have been pissed off. The last time we did a game stream on this channel was not counting the Gophers game the other night. The last time we did a game stream, we tried to do the SMU versus Nevada game in week 0 right after that classic we had in Ireland. And I was not a happy camper. My stream kept crashing. My internet was bad. I couldn't get that shit to fix itself. And the game was pretty piss poor. So I threw my hands in the air and said, fuck it. I even deleted the stream so you can't find it anymore. I erased that shit from the internet because it was ugly as shit. But then SMU came back and won the fucking game, and I'm pissed off they did too. So it was a hell of a finish. I didn't catch any of that reaction. So it is what it is. All right. So where are we at in this game right now? Well, we are currently in what some would consider to be the piss break episode of the game. First 5 to 10 minutes of the third quarter is usually considered the piss break time. Everybody is still out, getting their beers, trying to get one more before last call. And it's kind of the one where we all just kind of stretch our arms and chill out and like, okay, we'll see what happens. But in reality, don't do that, because this is a critical time in the game where you got two teams trying to establish dominance, trying to get something going from the halftime adjustments. Little flashback here. 2003 BCS national title game. There's old Nick Saban. USC won, of course, the AP national championship that year. LSU and USC split the 03 title between the AP and the BCS, as we fucking broke down in detail in our BCS epic part 2. You got some USC celebrities, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush on the sideline for this game. First and 10 now, ball on the 23-yard line. Snap, pick the handoff. It's going to be nearly intercepted. Intended for Zachariah Branch. At corner, Stamps, he has been a problem all night for USC. He keeps on sticking his nose in their business and disrupting their flow. Whether it be deflected pass. I mean, those throws to the outside with Stamps out there, that's some dangerous shit because he's reading that shit like a hawk. Second and 10 now, still on the 23-yard line for USC. And they're going to call an audible here. Moss trying to communicate the audible to his team. And LSU creeping up there. They got 4 on the line, showing like they're going to rush 5, and they will. Moss looks to throw. It is tipped, incomplete. Stamps again. Wow. Ashton Stamps, the left corner, is making life hell for the Trojans right now. That pass was intended for number 81, Kyle Ford, the senior transfer, but he just got fucking nowhere. And it's now 3rd and 10, and this crowd is getting insane in the Allegiant Stadium in the Death Star in Las Vegas. They got trip wide receivers up top. Moss all on the backfield, going to rush 4. Snap, looking to throw, still looking. Pass, caught, and it's going to be down to the 45, down to the 50. Gets a block on the edge, 45-40, all the way out of bounds. That is a huge gain to regain momentum. Kyle Ford gets the fucking catch after Stamps misses they get busted in zone coverage. Stamps doesn't follow him all the way, and that is a huge pickup that flips the field effectively for USC, gets them deep in LSU territory. Here we fucking go. Here come the Trojans. What a play. Over the field, nobody there. All the real estate in the world down to the 36-yard line. Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off for a gain of 4. That is Woody Marks on the carry there. 2nd down. And there it is. 10.5 to go in the third quarter, I should say. And it looks like USC has adjusted to LSU's adjustments. They're still leaving the middle of the field wide open. They keep getting caught doing that. LSU showing zone. They're backing off. Snap. Moss looks to throw, but they're blowing the play dead. They got a flag down. Let's see what happened here. So we got a false start, indeed, on the offense. It's going to back them up 5. Second and 12 now for USC. Tied at 10, 9.5 to go in the third quarter. Snap. Moss is now looking to throw again. He's rushing out of the pocket. He's being given chase. Throws it. It's going to be caught by Kyle Ford, who falls down for a small gain of maybe 4 yards. It's going to be third and a good distance here, third and long. I swear, those offsides, those false start penalties are just, they're killers. They are fucking killers. Kyle Ford, he's getting a few targets on this drive right now. He seems to have the hot hand, but it's not much else right now. 3rd and 8. Ball's on the 39 of LSU's side. USC should be in field goal range if needed. And Moss is going to say, fuck it and chuck it deep. And that should be pass interference. Oh, yeah. Pass interference. Intended for Deuce Robinson. Corner never turned around. Dude straight up just was all over the son of a bitch. That is the easiest pass interference you'll get all day. At 15 yards onto that penalty. Automatic first down. USC is back in business on this drive. I mean, Deuce, he was looking for the ball. LSU wide receiver. He was too close, could not turn around. And I will say, that was some good, yeah. I mean, dude, what do you mean you're looking at? You got to look at the ball, bro. You got to look at the fucking ball. I hate it when corners do that. He just straight up, he was like, just give him a stupid look. Like, dude, you know what you fucking did. Snap, looking to throw. For the end zone, it is almost caught, incomplete, bobbled again. Woodlands makes up for it. Kyron Hudson, the intended target on the pass. It was going to be, it looked like he was going for the end zone. He didn't quite make it all the way there. Could have been 1st and goal inside the 5, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 instead for USC. Woodlands, I mean, I'll tell you this, he's getting his hands in there and making plays. Trying to make up for the mistake on that last throw. 2nd and 10. Moss calling an audible. He's got 4 wideouts set. They're sending, let's see, they sent somebody off. They sent their tight end back to the top, so it's trips now. Quentin Joyner now to his right. They're going to hand it off to Joyner. He's got a convoy in front of him. He'll gain about 6 yards, 5 or 6 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and manageable here, just inside the 15-yard line. They sent Lake McRee, the tight end, in motion to get 3 wide receivers up top. And they sent Quentin Joyner back to Moss's right in the backfield. And then they just did a draw up the middle with a wall of linemen in front of him trying to get something moving. 3rd and 5 here for USC. Ball's on the 14-yard line. Snapped. Moss is looking to throw. Scramble out of the pocket. He's going to get sacked. Eaten alive in the backfield. Door firmly slammed shut on him. First sack of the night.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
The right tackle just got beat on the edge. The right end, he rushed hard to the outside. And Mason Murphy, the redshirt junior right tackle, he just got beat to the outside on the edge. He honestly got lucky he didn't get caught for holding there. So 35-yard attempt for USC. That kick is up and straight through, making up for the missed kick last time. It's going to make it 13-10 with USC claiming a small lead on the field goal. So that drive was really promising for USC. They only walk away with 3 here, but this is going to be a close finish. That's for sure. Do not go anywhere, folks. We're in for a good finish in this one, I feel like. Why are the Trojans still using play calling signs when the FBS now has helmet communication? I just saw Lincoln calling a play behind him. Was a coach holding a sign? Good question. I don't have an exact answer for you, but this is just my assumption, so bear with me. You see this on the defense too, and this isn't the only team I've seen it this weekend. I've also seen other teams doing the same thing. The reason why is because of it's twofold. Number one, you got to have something in place just in case the helmet comms don't fucking work. So that way you can still communicate to the team on the field. Second, the comms are switched off when there's 15 seconds left on the play clock. So if there is an audible you want to call real quick at the last second, you want to be able to get that across over to them. Now, that's coming from upstairs. So if it's one-way communication, the quarterback can't talk to the offensive coordinator upstairs. But if Lincoln Riley is seeing something from somebody else and they want to make a play call adjustment, Lincoln Riley could tell his OC, hey, have him look at me. He looks at him, and then they call an audible from Lincoln Riley to the quarterback from the field with signals and signs and all this other shit. I think the play signs, the call signs, and the boards and the hand signals, I think with time they will go away on offense. You're going to continue to see them on defense because there's only one person on defense that has the helmet cam or the helmet mic, and that's the middle linebacker. So let's say the corners need to be adjusted to a different coverage scheme because they see something on the offense from film. They want to have the ability to get those signals out to the secondary that the middle linebacker cannot relay because it's 15 seconds or less to go on the play clock, and they got to get that shit off quick. And sometimes these guys rush to the line with only 15 seconds to go, so you only have so much time to get that over to them. That's my guess. I think that's honestly what it is, but if I am wrong, feel free to correct me because I genuinely don't know. I'm just going off of common sense, like what would make sense in my head. That's a really good question, though, because I saw that in a few games this past weekend, and I was kind of thinking the same thing to myself, but kind of what I kept going back to, like, maybe it's a backup and just maybe they see something underneath that 15-second mark to go in the play clock, and they got to relay it real quick over to them. In other words, there's probably a ton of reasons why they're still doing that, to be frank. Oh, good game tonight, guys. It's been a real good game. And this time to next week, we're going to be in the midst of the NFL. Goddamn. NFL kicks off on Thursday night. That's why they're not doing any fucking games on Thursday this week because the NFL kicks off Thursday night. They're also kicking off on Friday too. So I'm not covering NFL on this channel. There's other people that do that way better than I can. And my niche is college football, and that's what I love the most. So that's what we're doing. We'll see. Williams on the return here for LSU. He'll be down inside about the 22-yard line. So that's where they'll start. As we're about halfway through the third quarter, everyone's still going back to that ridiculous Odell Beckham Jr. style catch by Kyron Hudson earlier in the second quarter. That shit was insane. It was fucking insane. And Caleb Williams took the words right out of my mouth. 10, you are insane. Damn right he is. First and 10 now, and we got a flag, and that's going to be false start on LSU. They have been getting flagged for a lot of shit tonight, I think. Yep. So there you are. That's going to be on Campbell, number 66, the left guard, I believe, for LSU. No, left tackle. My bad. First and 15 for LSU. They are backed up to the 17-yard line. fakes the handoff. Nussmeier goes to throw. He's got a man wide open right there. That is fucking Mason Taylor on the reception. That's a first down for LSU. So immediately right back up to here we go again. Just under 7 minutes to go now in the third quarter. We approach the 6:30 mark in terms of time. Ball is on the 32-yard line. We got dual wide receivers up top. Nobody down on the bottom. They're running it up the middle. And here he goes. Caleb Jackson's broken free all the way down to the 25-20. Nope, he's down at the 25-yard line. My bad. I lost track because I got to look down real quick. Oh, no, that wasn't Caleb Jackson. That was John Emery Jr. Massive run up the middle for LSU. Big play right there. Just solid blocking all the way around. Made a fucking wide hole right there. Nobody in the secondary could catch him. Nothing but green fake grass, I should say, for him all night. John Emery Jr. making a name for himself on that play, the third running back on the depth chart. As we got an empty backfield set for Nussmeier, he'll take it. Looking downfield now, going deep. Overthrows his target, Kyron Lacey. Miscommunication, it seems like there. That's going to be second down. And it looks like they are interviewing Jaden Daniels, the last year's Heisman for LSU, now in the NFL. South California's defense is playing better than North Dakota State this week. I say that because our former head coach, Matt Enns, took the D coordinator job this year. Never mind. Okay. Second and 10 now. Ball's on the 29-yard line. They got a little bit of a weird formation in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to John Emery Jr. again. He's breaking free. He's all the way down to the 20. He's getting down to the 18-yard line. That should be a first down for the Tigers. They're spotting him at the 19. I think they'll give him the first down. A little bit of a hold call I think they missed there on the run, but hey, that's just me. First and 10 here for LSU. They are cooking, and they are booking, and they are booting and scooting all the way down to the 19 in just a handful of plays. As soon as I made that comment, I jinxed it. They got you. 5 minutes left to go in the third. They're going to hand it off to John Emery Jr. again, and he'll get about 3 yards on the carry. We get a second down as we tick below 5 now. 13-10 USC as we are in late here in the third. Got Josh Williams on the sideline getting a breather. Caleb Jackson's back in the game now at running back. Kind of a running back by committee over here. The only running back we haven't seen tonight was Caden Durham, the true freshman, probably for good reason. Probably not seasoned. Second and 7. Send the man in motion. Snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle again. Caleb Jackson will get out about a 3-4 yard gain. Going to be third down. LSU trying to retake the lead. It has been a back and forth game in this one. Both teams have missed opportunities for field goals. LSU had a turnover on downs in their own on the USC 3 in the first quarter. USC missed a field goal to start at the end of the first half, I should say. So relatively even on mistakes tonight too. Two evenly matched teams just fighting tooth and nail. We are under 4 minutes to go in the third and 4. Nussmeier rolling out to the right. He's going to throw it. It is caught. He's wide open. Walk it in. Touchdown. Aaron Anderson scores on the touchdown pass from Nussmeier. LSU retakes the lead.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
All right. Unfortunately, I need to step away for a quick second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Again, kids. All right, 2nd and 23. Jesus Christ, what the hell happened? Damn it. That sucks. Yep. Well, hey. Missed something, all right. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Third and 18 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the game. LSU has USC back up against the wall. Can they pull some more bullshit? Maybe find a guy open over the middle of the field again, although I doubt it this time. They are selling out on coverage. They're only sending 3 on the defense right now. Moss taking his time. It's going to be caught. Nowhere near enough to get the first down. Southern California fumbled, and then they got a false start. Okay, well, Jesus Christ, again. Damn, that's crazy. All right. Thanks for filling me in, guys. So sorry, stepped away. Hey, kids, what you gotta do? 4th and 7. They're gonna punt. So I appreciate you guys' patience as I make sure my kids are, safe in bed. They got a TV in their room, right? And my son started crying, so I had to jump off and figure out what was wrong. It turned out while they were asleep, the TV had stopped playing cartoons, and he had happened to have woken up right around the time the TV was playing cartoons, and it quit. So, and the TV went black, so it just scared the shit out of him, poor guy. He's only 3, so, what are you going to do? And then my daughter's a little bit sick right now, too, so she's just crashed in her bed, sound asleep. Not even a fucking earthquake can wake her right now. But, I love them. They're good kids. 1st and 10 now. LSU will have the ball on the 23-yard line, and this is a chance right here for the offense to maybe put a little bit of distance here. It's been a close game all night. It looks like they're going to run. They're going to hand the ball off to Emery Jr. again. This time they're still going. He's still on his feet. He muscled his way forward to the 29-yard line. Shit, I remember when that was a thing. Damn. Well, they don't watch Comedy Central, obviously, because good Lord. I remember years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, 2 a.m, you're watching South Park on Comedy Central, and then one of the ads play, and you're a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old boy, and you're just like, ooh, boobs. So there you go. 2nd and 4 for LSU. Ball on the 29-yard line. That's getting the monetize. Snap. Nussmeier looking to throw. He'll toss it to Emery Jr. again, and he will make a move and barrel over a defender. And we got some beef. Ooh, it's like a little bit of beef. Very minor beef. But he just ran his ass over. Did that happen on Adult Swim? I don't remember that happening. I remember that happening on Spike. I remember that happened on Comedy Central. I never saw it on Adult Swim to my knowledge. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's how we end the 3rd quarter with authority. John Emery Jr. just barreled a man over. And it is 17-13. LSU has control of the ball right now. Yep, they are definitely playing on the turf tonight. Ain't no way in hell the Raiders were going to let them use the grass. They got to save that shit for their first game. All right, I'm going to step away one more time just to make sure my kids are good. And I'll be right back in just a moment, guys. Stay with me on the... And just like that, they're back to sleep. All right. Well, we are in the witching hour of this football game, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen. The witching hour, where wins become losses and losses become win, as Scott Hansen says. I remember those commercials played on Comedy Central, Adult Swim. There was one time I remember seeing on Nickelodeon 2 in the morning watching George Lopez. What the fuck? Who the hell fell asleep at the quality assurance control wheel? Like, Jesus Christ. Nickelodeon, I mean, Nick at Night was just, you hear Nick at Night and you don't think raunchy, adult-oriented cartoons. You think, Family Matters and Home Improvement and Brady Bunch and other shit like that. I mean, that I don't fucking buy that one bit. That sounds absolutely incredibly insane. The Girls Gone Wild got an ad at 2 in the morning on Nickelodeon. I won't believe it until I see it, and I know damn well I'm never going to see it, so I'm not going to believe it, Nick. But hey, that's crazy. Oh. This has been a good game, guys. I don't know about y'all. This has been a very good game. And we are looking good for the finish here. It's 15 minutes to go. LSU's driving. I think they're going to be able to pull away and get the win here. But I have been wrong before. Wait, what the hell did you just send me, Akbar? The fuck did you just send me? Oh, shit. They make shorts about that shit now when Girls Gone Wild came on as a kid. Man, we millennials have way too much time to kill. All right, 1st and 10, 15 left in the game. Let's get after it. Ball's on the 39-yard line for LSU. In LSU territory still. And they got dual wide receivers up top. I'm thinking they're going to probably be handing the ball off to John Emery Jr. again, but we'll see what they do. Snap. They do indeed hand it off to Emery Jr. again, and they are going to barrel forward for about 2-3 yards, a couple of yards there on the carry. Second down. And let's see what they call here. Every time, I don't know why they're not. This is louder than George Lopez theme at 2 a.m. Jesus Christ. 2nd and 6 here. I don't know why they're not just immediately anticipating run when they got dual wide receivers up top. You got trip wide receiver set. Nussmeier looking to throw. He will do so. Way overthrows his target. Clear communication there. 3rd and 6 for LSU. I'm assuming he was going for Tradez Green, tight end, because he was the only guy in the remote area, but it could have been damn near anybody there, honestly. You got fucking Aaron Anderson coming back onto the field. He's got 1 touchdown already in this game. You need Kyron Lacey. You need C.J. Daniels on the field right now. Looks like they got the whole squad up there. 1, 2, and 4. And you got Josh Williams and running back, although he's playing right behind the right tackle. And kind of like a reverse wishbone snap. Looking to throw is Nussmeier. He will do so. It's going to be caught by Williams, but he's going to get a leg wrapped around him, and that's going to be a big stop for USC. 4th down. LSU will need to punt. They could not quite get to the 50-yard line. They are short. A bit of a delayed release there by Williams, the running back. He could not quite get to the sticks. 4th and 3, Zachariah Branch back to return this punt if it gets to him. We'll see what they do here. I'm going to respond to that comment here in a moment. All right, punt is away clean. Branch is going to call fair catch, and that's going to be at the 16-yard line. We got a flag down. What is going on here? We got a flag down. Hold everything. Was that illegal touching or something like that? I don't fucking know. Or violation of the halo? Maybe. What the fuck is the foul? What's the foul? The foul. Foul. What? Okay. They're picking up the flag. Okay. They're picking up the flag, I think. They made no call. Picking up the flag. To be fair, Nickelodeon had a lot of crazy stuff on their shows, especially the ones created by Dan Schneider. Jesus fucking don't remind me. Here's what I don't get. I grew up watching that shit. I was a kid of Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, Ned's Classified, Amanda Show, all that. iCarly. I was a kid of that era of Nickelodeon shows. So I grew up watching this shit. Who the fuck was asleep at the wheel for those 10 years? All the feet references, the innuendos. I understand a kid's show needs to have a few adult innuendos in there here and there to keep the adults entertained at least, so that way they're not totally miserable watching a show. Like Ed, Edd and Eddy, one of my favorite cartoons of all time on Cartoon Network, they needed to have a couple of innuendos in their shows for the grown-ups where you would occasionally, like the references to like dirty magazines under Eddie's bed or whatever. It was like tongue-in-cheek shit. Nothing that's like abhorrent. Nothing that's like, oh, god-awful. But you can do that. Schneider, on the other hand, was just downright disgusting. Don't get started on Totally Spies. Yeah, Totally Spies. I never watched that as a kid, but I know of it, and it's a no. Ed, Edd and Eddy, it's on HBO Max. I'm trying to get my kids to enjoy it. It's great. It aged like fine wine, man. It aged like fine wine. It's timeless. You can't tell me otherwise, man. That's where I got my sense of humor from, was that slapstick comedy genre. Butter toast, Eddie. If I don't do this, I'm grounded, you guys. My parents took the stairs away because I'm grounded. That's extreme. God. Took the stairs away. Can't have shit in Detroit. Yeah, that's what I was going to say about Totally Spies. It's barely disguised as right. That's disturbing. God. My favorite episode from that show, by the way, with Ed and Eddy, has to be. Oh, wait. They just came back from commercial, and Ben is just laying like a lump on the floor behind Kirk and Chris. He is just like all tuckered out. He's like, all right, guys. I'm not ready for this game. Good boy, Ben. Good boy. Yeah, my favorite episode from that series all time has to be the wrestling one. Has to be. That has a special place in my heart. All right, they're going to hand the ball off. And Woody Marks could barely get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't even think he made it there. It's going to be second down for USC. 13 minutes to go in the ball game now. Here in the fourth quarter, 13 minutes to go. Both teams still have all three timeouts. Both teams have played pretty well. USC's fucked themselves up a couple of times tonight, but they haven't had any turnovers yet. Nobody's committed a turnover. LSU's deep in penalty yards right now. All right. Moss sends a man in motion, rolls out to the right, thrown, caught. And that's going to be a big first down. He's going to make it all the way to the 34-yard line. That is Lake McRee, the tight end, once again sticking his nose into that defensive secondary. The linebacker bit on the zone coverage. He was kind of trying to see, is he going to throw underneath or over top? He throws over top, and Lake just beats his ass. Akbar, what the hell are you going to keep sending me, man? I can't open a lot of this shit during the stream, right? Oh, Moss looking to throw. It is caught. How did he catch that? Jacoby Lane finally getting a catch tonight. Oh, there it is. I'll play this in a minute, man. We got a hell of a drive cooking. That dog is going to make a bigger mess in the stadium than the. He is gonna shit. He's been shitting all over that stadium. I can guarantee you that. He has not been holding it in the whole game. But goddamn it, Ben is amazing. He's a hell of a good-looking dog. 1st and 10. We're at midfield here. Moss looking to throw, and that is caught by McRee again, the tight end. He is just muscling his way through this secondary. USC marching down like a well-trained Trojan army here, trying to retake the lead. LSU has the biggest lead of the night with a 4. LSU has their biggest lead of the night, I should say, with a 4-point lead. Oh, shit. Jacoby was open for a moment. Jacoby Lane was open for a moment. They just showed the replay of that. Nussmeier looking at this like, fuck. 2nd and 3 here. We're on the 43-yard line in LSU territory now. Snap, Moss looking to throw. Looking to the right. Looking to the right. Looking to the left. Thrown, caught. And that is going to be a catch for a first down by the other tight end, the second tight end. Cade Aldridge, so fine. Insert your 2 tight end joke here. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. 1st and 10 here for USC. I had to say it for the meme, I guess. We are just over 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter now. Moss has been efficient on this drive. 4 for 4 on the passing. 4 for 4. I can't speak fucking shit right now. We're on the 37-yard line in LSU territory. Snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Quentin Joyner, and he's going to muscle his way for a few yards. Bring up 2nd down. Classic draw play. Let's see. We got 4 wideouts set here. Quentin Joyner is still in the backfield to Moss's left. I see right here Zachariah Branch is in the slot on the bottom side of the screen. 2nd and 6, taking the snap. Moss will throw. It is batted into the air. Nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted. That is the 3rd near turnover of the game. It was batted high into the air. Womack almost got it, but just couldn't get his hands wrapped around it. Just batted into the air. LSU had a heads-up play there, but they just couldn't get on it quick enough. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 now. They're giving their fans heart attacks with all these near turnovers tonight. It's been insane. USC is 3 for 8 on 3rd down. You could kick a field goal here, but you're down by 4, so you wouldn't really get much out of it. And we're going to have a timeout called on the field as the first one by USC in this half. And they're going to go back to Moss, and they're going to think about things a little bit here. And as we do that, what the fuck is Akbar sending me? Hold on. The hell you sending me, buddy?
I'm just going to leave a straight-up voice message right here. Personally, favorite Ed and Eddie episode. For me, it's got to be Ed is Born, the one where they were trying to shoot the movie. And what have you done? You should know better than to eat the camera. I swear, Ed. One other time, eat your mattress.
Oh, you know, Akbar, out of context, those last 5 seconds would be really bad look for you. Eat a mattress. 3rd and 6 as we attempt to stay on track. All right, 3rd and 6. This is a big play. God damn it. Snap. Moss is going to hand it off to Woody, and he is brought down behind the line. 4th down. Woody marks. They went on a simple draw play, and they got nowhere. LSU sent the house. They had linebackers. They showed blitz. They rushed 7, and Woody Marks just got slaughtered in the backfield. And what are we doing? What are we doing, SC? Oh, no. Oh, no. They're not going for it, are they? You're not actually going to go for it here, are you? The fuck is going on? What are you fucking kidding me? You're calling your second time out now? Now, Lane Kiffin? Not Lane Kiffin, I'm sorry. Lincoln Riley, now you're calling your second cut. What the fuck?
What the f was that?
I understand there's a heavy contingent of purple and gold in the audience tonight, but Jesus fucking Christ, he's got a helmet fucking speaker for a reason. Holy shit. You've burned 2 timeouts in the fourth quarter with 8:45 left in the game. How fucking moronic are you, Lincoln Riley? God damn. Yeah, Jag Gator 9. He's going to have some work cut out for him in this one if this backfires immensely. Kiffin, no. What? Sorry, force of habit. Riley, no. The 4th and 9, USC going for it right here. And Moss, he's going to throw. It is deflected at the line again. And it's done. Oh, it is nearly picked off again. But instead, it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. What in the hell are you doing?
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable. What the f was that?
I'm sorry. I know you were like barely out of field goal range. You're kind of in no man's land. Your defense has been working pretty fucking well in this game. You just set them up for abrupt failure. Now LSU is going to get the ball back in beautiful field position, and your defense is going to have to work twice as hard to save your fucking ass. What kind of a fucking call is that? You're being way too aggressive right now when you shouldn't be. We got a flag down. Hang on, I got to hear what the hell happened. No call. Okay, I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. Yeah, bold strategy goes up in flames, Cotton. That's what happened. It went up like gun cotton. That's what happened there. Of all the stupid fucking shit, another dumb LSU celebration penalty. They did actually flag them for unsportsmanlike conduct. God damn. Okay. Wow. Oh fuck. Okay, so my volume's turned down, and they did a piss poor job showing that on the screen. So that's going to seriously help USC a lot here, because the referee ruled that an incomplete pass. The ball would have been inside the 45-yard line somewhere for LSU. Would have been great. But instead, that backs up LSU 15 yards after the penalty. So now their field position is more average, so it takes some of the pressure off of the USC defense. LSU is getting killed in penalty yards tonight. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull up the stat again real fast. Absolutely getting demolished. I agree. They could have called it QB sneak on 3rd and 9. They also could have, not taken a knee with under 2 minutes to go in the game with the lead, but whatever. Lincoln needs to go promote Matt Ernst immediately. At least he wins championships as a North Dakota State fan. I should know. Damn right you should know. You know what I think that USC could do to improve their team? Fire him. Fire Riley. He's a hack. This is not like none of it, like, they've done better tonight against LSU than they usually do against the SEC. But a lot of this has to do with, preventing shit from happening, going wrong. Keep this in mind, right? Keep this in mind. LSU has shot themselves in the foot on 8 penalties for 80 yards tonight. They had a chance to go up early in this game, kicking a field goal in their own 3-yard line, and they elected to go for it and got stopped on 4th and goal. USC built a wall there. Yet LSU leads by 4, has the ball, 8 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the game. And by the way, I might add, USC has used up 2 of their 3 fucking timeouts already. So, if you ask me, LSU has given USC quite a helping hand tonight in keeping them close in this game. So it's 1st and 10 now. Thanks to the unsportsmanlike penalty, they got backed up all the way to the 21-yard line. And John Emery Jr. is smoked behind the line. They tried to do a halfback draw, and they just got blown up behind the line. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 at least. And I got to switch the ball over. Sorry. 2nd and 11 for LSU. This is just – it has been a struggle for both of these teams to get points in this half. LSU is the only team to score in the second half at all right now, I think. Snap, Nussmeier looking to throw. It's going to be caught, and that's going to be almost enough for a first down. Let's see here. That was fucking number 88, Cameron Pipton. Cameron Pipton. It was Pipton on the reception. 3rd and 1 on the 30-yard line. Snap, handoff to John Emery Jr., and he is smoked again. USC holds their ground, and it is 4th down for the Tigers. Is this a 3 and out? Are we looking at 3 and out here for LSU? USC rushed 7 or 8 guys and just stuffed John Emery Jr. behind the line of scrimmage. So we're looking at 4th and 2. You got to punt if you're LSU. You got the lead. You can't be taking the risk here. And they are going to punt. So despite the disaster, LSU blows their opportunity to maybe strangle the Trojans out of this game and go 3 and out in very quick order, I might add. We are 6 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the ball game. See, Entz is helping Southern California more than Riley in this game. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else really to say right now. I don't think if USC wins this game, they 100% deserve it. Although I could just be a salty bitch. But there's no doubt in my mind that LSU has been extremely undisciplined tonight on as a whole on the team. They have, again, I guess it's now 9 penalties for 95 yards. No, it's 8 penalties for 80 yards still. And they're about even in everything else. LSU has had a better job running the ball, but other than that, it's been a pretty even contest all told. There's not a lot of give here. You're looking pretty close right now at differences in, penalties. If I'm looking at penalties, trying to find out where USC is able to stay in the game right now, they've done fairly well overall. Both teams have missed opportunities to kick a field goal. LSU went for it on 4th and goal in the first quarter on USC's 3-yard line. Basically, USC did a goal line stand and stopped them rather than taking the points. it would have made this game a 20-13 game right now. USC missed a field goal at half, just before the halftime, which should have been an easy make for them, but again, they missed it. So we're also even there. I don't know what else to say except just this has been a fairly even contest. And we are in a stalemate of a fourth quarter right now. As things stand, LSU looks likely to win the game, but it's an ugly win for LSU if they get it, which they may not, because USC's offense has found ways at times tonight to carve through the LSU secondary, especially over the middle of the field. They keep leaving that shit wide open. We're back from commercial. It is time to put on your chin straps and buckle them up tight. We are in for a dogfight to finish this one up, guys. Miller Moss has played a very good game. USC's had 3 near turnovers tonight. That's about it. 1st and 10 now. Ball is on the 36-yard line. And Moss has Woody Marks to his left. So then the man in motion, that is Mekhi Lemon in motion going south. Fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. That's caught. That's Kyron Hudson. He's going to get all the way down to the 43-yard line in LSU territory. And just as I said, over the middle of the field, wide open area on the slant route. As soon as he turned to break, he was right there with the ball. Completely open gaps in the middle of the field. LSU cannot get enough protection to stop the pass game over the middle. They're going to try to tighten it up. We're looking at a 3-4 formation here on defense. Snap, they're going to hand it off to Woody Marks. He's breaking free over the middle of the field, but he's still going to the 25. He's going to be brought down. Past the 30, down to the 27, 26-yard line. Just as I fucking said, at times, USC has been able to find a way to break through. You throw the ball over the middle of the field, then you hand it off to Woody Marks. 1st and 10 now at the 27, and LSU's going to get busted for being offside. It's free play. He's going to throw it deep for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! USC on the free play. Jacoby Lane. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, everyone come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
LSU jumped. They jumped off sides. It was a free play. Jacoby Lane just ran a beeline for the end zone, and LSU's lack of discipline tonight has cost them a touchdown. Holy fucking shit. I do not believe what I'm seeing. Snap, hold, kick is up. Good, barely good. He almost missed it, but good. Like I said, Jacoby, he was probably not supposed to run that route. As soon as the defender jumps, the wide receivers know, hey, head straight downfield. Look for the end zone. The quarterback will throw it your way. He got a step on the corner right there at the pylon. Touchdown USC. You cannot draw it up better than that. That is a killer if you're on defense. I mean, an absolute fucking killer. You got to have discipline. Stamps, he has been a shutdown corner all night, but he could not get that play off there. There's only so much you can do when Jacoby Lane gets a step on you. Stamps has been a great corner all game long, but there was no stopping that touchdown pass. He had a step on him. He got beat. It is what it is. Defense jumped off sides. LSU's in a hole now, and it's deep. 5:44 to go in the game. Suddenly, the 2 timeouts USC lost earlier in the fourth quarter are a little bit less significant, but it's only a 3-point lead. And we shall see what happens now. But Lincoln Riley, as Nick, you said earlier, Yeah, he's really trying to save his job. I mean, he's definitely on a little bit of a hot seat coming into this season. He's got to perform. He had a Heisman quarterback last year. Absolutely no excuse to play as bad as they did. And Brian Kelly is indeed in Notre Dame form right now. And yes, you're absolutely right, Akbar. Now, I'm going to say last drive before the touchdown drive for USC, or the last drive before LSU, when LSU went 3 and out, USC just got tough. They just got tough. And now LSU is in some deep, deep shit. They're on the 25, down 3. This is quickly becoming an all-time classic here for the ages. What a way to help finish off week 1. And we got another flag. The lack of discipline continues to haunt LSU as another false start penalty bites them in the ass and backs them up 5. And that is once again the left tackle. That's Campbell. He flinched. And that is just what happened there. He's blaming the quarterback for sounding off. Buddy, you know what the snap count is. You got to have discipline. Now it's 1st and 15, ball on the 20. You can't look at the quarterback the second time you flinch tonight, buddy. And another one. Are you fucking kidding me? Another flag. LSU is falling apart, man. LSU is falling apart.
What the f*** was that?
I seriously doubt that was caused by the defense. LSU is falling apart, though. Oh, no, it is on LSU. It is. No, it's not. It's not on LSU. It's on USC. They got called offside. What happened? Let me see. Oh, okay. USC. Okay, he jumped into the neutral zone, causing the lineman to flinch. 1st and 10, back at the 25 after back-to-back flag. Snap thrown, and as Anderson on the catch, he'll get about 3 yards on the play. Dual penalties on that drop immediately kill and revive LSU's drive. And, I mean, both teams are kind of need to settle down right now. Someone's got to settle down here. The first team to settle down is the one that's going to win. Nussmeier's played a hell of a game, but his team is just killing him with these penalties tonight. 2nd and 7, ball on the 27-yard line, 28-yard line, sending a man in motion now. C.J. Daniels in motion. Nussmeier does a toss to the outside to Williams. Williams going to get a pretty decent gain. He's going to be hit by a brick wall. I mean, stop dead at the 31-yard line. Going to be 3rd down. I mean, son of a poor bastard just got absolutely whammed. I mean, just got smacked in the lower body. We're looking at 3rd and 4 on the 31 on LSU. It's put up or shut up time. You need to get this first down bad. Nobody flinch. Please, God, nobody flinch for LSU. You are looking at how many penalty yards tonight, for fuck's sake? Snap, Nussmeier looking to throw. He's still walking back. Throws it deep over the middle field. He's got a wide open. It's Henderson. There's a 35-30 down to the 27-yard line. And LSU gets a huge break right there. Aaron Anderson gets open over the middle of the field, finds a soft spot on this defense. They only rush 3. He's looking to his left. And Anderson, the defenders, the safety over the middle of the field, lost track of Anderson. Insane. The field's been flipped. It is 1st and 10. And John Emery Jr. is going to get stuffed again at the line of scrimmage. USC is shutting down the run, that's for sure. But again, LSU has had 9 penalties tonight for 85 yards. Fucking ridiculous. That's the only reason why they're losing right now is penalty yardage. That, and they didn't kick a field goal in the first quarter when they were at the 3-yard line of USC's. And they got too aggressive. That's what's coming back to bite them in the ass right now. It would be a tie game if you had just taken the fucking points, Chip Kelly. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Empty backfield, Nussmeier looking to throw. It is thrown. Is that a catch? Well, I'll be goddamn. That's a catch. I'll be god fucking damned. He flattened himself out and still got it. Xavier Thomas, the junior transfer, gets the catch there. Is Notre Dame going to have to worry about USC? I'd say maybe. Yeah. They're playing pretty – like Lincoln Riley, I think he's a bit of a choke artist, but yeah, I think there's going to be a tough game. Matt Entz, what are you doing? Don't be possessed by Lincoln Riley. Okay. 1st and 10, 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Who's calling timeout? Nobody. It's a review. Let's see what the replay shows. They're reviewing the catch. That's what's going on right now. Let's see here. Thomas, it looks like he doesn't get control until his feet are in the air. His elbow comes down in the green, but the ball is on the white. Is that a completed catch? I think it is. I think it's a catch. Elbow hits the green. Ball is in his forearm. It doesn't touch the sideline first. So I'd say it's a catch if it was me. Just saying. I think it's a catch. Ah, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Great game. Just all around. Great game, guys. A lot of drama, a lot of big plays, great catches. Rolling on the field is confirmed, so it's still a catch. First down, LSU. Again, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. LSU has all 3 timeouts. USC has 1. Here we go. We're about to run the play clock. Let's see where we get from here. 1st and 10. Miller Moss has played great tonight. A couple of near disasters with turnovers, but that's just what happens. Garrett Nussmeier also has played great tonight. Let's see who gets the win. They're probably going to run the ball here with John Emery Jr. I'm thinking run. They got the same formation. They do run it. And Emery Jr. is going to break free to the outside. He'll pick up a few yards there. It's going to be 2nd down. Every fucking time, LSU does that dual wideout set to the right, to the one side of the field with no wide receiver on the other. It's a run. They got to be fucking USC. You got to be seeing this shit by now. Every time you see that, you know they're running the fucking ball. Make sure you got somebody on Emery. Wonder if LSU is wearing air-conditioned helmets all right. Who let the Cajuns do science? They're in a dome. I don't know how it would help them. They're in Allegiant Stadium. And we're in the 2-minute warning now. I refuse to call it the 2-minute timeout. Allen. Yo. Been a hell of a game here, Allen. Wow. 2-minute warning. LSU needs a field goal to tie, touchdown to win. He's not the first to come up with it, Akbar. LSU is wearing the air-conditioned helmets. All right, who let the Cajuns do signs? Man, I'm not a fan of, like, making helmets, like, super-duper technology because then you're going to price out smaller schools from being able to play. Like, air-conditioned helmets, I get it for, like, certain situations, but, man, I don't know. Will Oregon slide down the rankings? I think they'll slide down a spot or two. I think they will. I think Michigan will slide down a spot or two as well because they looked very fraudulent against Fresno State. So I could see that happening. But I could also see the AP just going, fuck it. We'll let Texas and Michigan figure this shit out on Saturday. Chase Briscoe hold off Cal Bush to get the W at number 1 of 24. By wrecking very early, clinches a playoff spot. MTJ, Gibbs, and on points, Boucher, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, and others out. All right. Here's your NASCAR update. Sounds like a hell of a time in Darlington tonight. That's for sure. If Southern California loses, I'm not sure who to blame. Matt Entz has called a great defensive game up to this point, but Lincoln Riley is holding the performance back with bad offensive calling. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Bad offensive calling is right. The only person you could realistically blame here would be Lincoln Riley, again, for his fucking offense. Who the hell goes for it on fourth down deep in your defenses in no man's land? Like, I get it. You were down by 4, but you still had plenty of time. Not to mention they called 2 timeouts early in the fourth quarter because they couldn't get – apparently they were calling too many audibles, and I guess Miller Moss got confused or something. I don't know. It's bullshit. Hey, Red, I do in college football 25. Okay, fair enough. Really, probably we'll see. We'll do Idaho kind of sucks FBS, but it's awesome in FCS. Yeah. Well, that's why they moved down to FCS because it just got too expensive for them. Straight up. Good to see everybody jumping in here for the final 2 minutes. I'm going to call them as best as I can and give you the straight shit. That's all I do over here. So glad to see everybody jumping in now for the final 2 minutes as we got a hell of a finish in store in Allegiant Stadium. To kind of recap it here, the difference in the game is this. LSU is killing themselves in penalty yards. They have had severe discipline problems on their offense tonight. They are 9 penalties for 85 yards. USC, on the other side of it, has done relatively solid. Miller Moss is a hell of a quarterback. He's proven that tonight. But they've had some area, and again, the defense has been pretty stout against this tough SEC squad. But they've also had 5 penalties of their own. And they've had a few near disasters and turnovers cost them. So here we go, 2nd and 8. We're in 2 minutes to go now. Ball on the 14-yard line. LSU thinking touchdown. Snap, they're going to hand it off to John Emery Jr. No, Nussmeier's rolling out to the outside. And Anderson underthrown. He was right in front of him on the flat. And Nussmeier underthrows the ball horrifically. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now. 1 minute, 56 seconds to go in the game. And LSU fans all over the stadium are stressed the fuck out. They do not want to be the first SEC team to lose a season opener against USC. They thought this was going to be like when Alabama played USC in Dallas years and years ago. It ain't been that, man. It's been a fucking barn burner. It's been a hell of a game. And here we go, 3rd and 8. Kyrie is in motion. I repeat. Kyrie is in motion. He's heading for the end zone. Nussmeier throws it towards him. Incomplete, but a flag. Flag. Hold your horses. Don't celebrate yet, USC. Minute 51 to go. Will be 4th down if it's against LSU. It would be 1st down if it would be it'd be 1st down if it's on USC. And it's going to be on LSU. That's going to be a 4th down. So what do you do if are you going to finally take the points, Brian Kelly? What are we doing? I don't know what's going on yet, guys. Hang on. Illegal shift on LSU. That penalty is declined, 4th down. So what do you do, Tigers? Please take the points. For the love of Christ, take the fucking points. Yeah, Kyron Lacey starts going in motion, and then he finishes going in motion. That's a flag, apparently. 4th and 8, and LSU will indeed try to take the points. They're lining up to kick a field goal. Damian Ramos, 1 for 1 on game time or go-ahead field goal with 2 minutes or less remaining, and a game winner against Arkansas last season. So, 31-yard attempt here for LSU. Minute 51 to go still, so this could tie the game. Snap, hold, kick is on the way. Good. It is good. Can you say tie game? I say tie game. One just snuck inside the upright there, but it is true. So USC, with only 1 timeout left, gets the ball back. Even USC thought it had been missed. It was close. It was damn close, and Brian Kelly is just still disgusted with himself. Like, good Lord. And that will get LSU to 100 penalty yards on the night, by the way. LSU will have 100 penalty yards on the night. Well, I'm sorry, because it was declined, so it won't be 100 penalty yards, but it's 10 penalties on the night for them. So, again, no top 10 losses, but you can go ahead and assume Florida State's crashing out of the top 10 after losing in Ireland. They don't update it for week 0. I would say that it'll be tough. It'll be really fucking tough. All right. Yeah, Lincoln Riley is not the one calling the plays on defense, Billy. I want you to remember that. He's not the one calling the plays on defense. All right, here we go. Ball's away on the kickoff. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and USC will take over at the 25. They got one timeout, and you got to think here. Your kicker's already missed once tonight on a gimme. So the doubt's kind of creeping into your mind a little bit. Will he be able to come through in the clutch? He missed on a gimme at halftime going into the half. It was like a 29-yard kick from the left hash, and he screwed it up, and it went just wide to the right. Here we go. Miller Moss. And we got a little bit of a hold up here as referees are trying to sort something out. They're holding the ball. They're going to move it to the other side of the hash. Okay. They're respotting the ball. Just a second, guys. Jesus Christ, we've been going for a while tonight. Fuck. I saw how long we've been live, and it's like, God damn. Normally these things go for just over 3 hours. We're approaching 3.5, and the possibility of overtime is imminent. 1st and 10, a minute 47 to go. Ball on the 25. Snap. Moss looking to throw. And he's going to throw it out to Woody. He's going to go and juke to the left. He'll get out to about the 30.5. They'll call it at the 30-yard line. Woody Marks on the reception there. 2nd down, and they're going a little up-tempo. Clock's still running. We're past 90 seconds to go. 90 seconds to go. Got 3 wideouts set here. Snap. Moss to throw. He will do it. It is caught for a 1st down. That is Jacoby Lane. He had a touchdown earlier in this quarter. Clock stops at 1:16 while they reset the chain. Still 1 timeout left for USC. Clock is running. 1:10, 1:09, 1:08. Ball on the 35-yard line for USC. 3 wideouts set again. Snap. Moss, he's getting rushed. Thrown, caught. Zachariah Branch, he is short of the line to gain. Clock is still running. 55 seconds left in the game. Clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Michael Lance warming up in the field goal net, getting ready to try and win this for the Trojans. Going back to the 3 wideout set. You got strong side to the right for blocking. Snap. They're going to hand it off to Woody. He's going to get that 1st down. That will stop the clock. But we got 35 seconds to go at the clock stopping there. Woody Marks gains about 5 yards or so. And we're waiting for the chains to reset. Where are they going to spot the ball? I don't know yet. Clock is now running. Clock is running. Here we go. Trips up top and wide receiver. Snap. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And the wide receiver will step out of bounds. 1st down, USC. 1st down at the 40. 22 seconds left now in the 4th quarter. Kyron Hudson with the catch on that pass, by the way. Play clock at 20 seconds. USC needs to hurry up and get a play off here. Clock is stopped, but the play clock is ticking down. They have to get to the 36-yard line for the kick to be manageable for their kicker. Empty backfield for Moss. Snap. Looking to throw. It'll be caught. No, deflected at the line and incomplete. 18 to go. We are tied at 20. If we remain tied at the end of the quarter, we go to overtime. I honestly thought they were about to call a false start there on USC. It looked like the line jumped a little early, getting a little anxious, but the referees hold their flags. 18 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 42-yard line. And LSU shifts, and it causes them to jump. Is that going to be on LSU or is that going to be on USC? They move because of the shift, I think. Let's see what they do. The defense moved, which caused the line to move, all of them at once. They're going to say false start on USC. That's going to back them up 5 yards. That is not good. So now you're kind of forced to go big on this next throw here. You got 18 seconds left. Jesus Christ. I honestly, the LSU got flagged for that earlier in the game. I don't know where the difference is between when it's the defense's fault or the offense's fault. Like, what is it? Just because you've seen it 3 times already? What the fuck? 2nd and 15 now. Ball is now backed up to the 47. Moss to throw. And that is caught by Jacoby Lane. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, that's Kyron Hudson. Chains, stop. And what are we doing? Flag on the play too. Is that targeting? Wait a minute. Hold everything. Okay, caught by Kyron Hudson. It's a first down for the Trojans. They also threw the flag, which could be targeting. Personal foul, targeting on LSU. They're going to review it. It would be a 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the play, which would put USC in a hell of a position. God damn it, yeah. Kyron Hudson just found some space in the zone coverage, and the safety rocked him for targeting. I mean, let's see what this replay is right here. Oh, yeah, led with the crown of the helmet right into the side of his. Hudson held on to the ball regardless of the hit. I mean, I'd say that's targeting by textbook. That's got to be targeting. Led with the crown of the helmet right into the side of his own helmet. That is helmet-to-helmet contact leading in. We had an almost targeting call earlier in the game from a USC player, but he put his hands out in front of him to block, which got the targeting flag waved off. But in this case, since the LSU corner safety led with the helmet into the side of his head, that should be, by the book, targeting, foul enforced, player disqualified. And with that being the case, the clock is going to stay stopped. So USC merely just needs to worry about positioning the ball in the right spot. That's 15 yards on top of that catch. So they would be looking at another chip shot field goal to win the game. Once again, the lack of discipline tonight by the Tigers has been staggering. That is officially, that's going to be 10 penalties against the Tigers for over 100 yards. And that last one probably just killed them and cost them the game for sure. That is just, I mean, I get first game, but like the amount of bullshit, not to mention there's been tons of unsportsmanlike penalties for excessive celebration. We now have this targeting call. We've had false starts and offsides. It has been everywhere tonight. Everybody across the board has been fucking up. All right, here's the call. After review, and they're going to call the confirmed play there. So number 2 for LSU. Number 2 for LSU. That would be Jordan Gilbert, the full safety there. He's been disqualified for the game, and they're going to tack on 15. That is going to put USC, oh my God, that's going to put them at the 14-yard line. It's going to put them at the 13-yard line. 13 seconds to go. The clock's not going to run until the ball is snapped since there was a penalty. I'll answer that question in a moment, Alan. 1st and 10 now. Ball's on about the 13-yard line. Now USC just needs to position it and not fumble the ball here. They got one timeout they can use still. They're going to hand it off to Woody. He's going to break over the middle field. Who needs a kicker? Touchdown, USC. And you might as well go ahead and call it right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
Marks. Woody fucking Marks calls game with a house call. Touchdown, USC. And that should do it. 8 seconds to go in the fourth. Extra point is going to be forthcoming. But Woody Marks has at times tonight just gashed this defense and made them his bitch. And no better example of that than right then and there. Kick is up. It is good. That's the dagger. I don't know, barring some crazy shenanigans after the touchdown on the kickoff. I mean, Woody Marks, he had to stumble through a wall of bodies. He found the slimmest crease. He found the smallest crease in that offensive line and found his way to the end zone for the touchdown. Unrelated, how weird did it feel having Akron play Ohio State when that's your college football team? It was so weird knowing the first names of a lot of those players on those teams because I played as that team in the first season. Like Ben Finley, the fact that I remembered him being the quarterback for my team, that was so like, whoa. It was kind of crazy, but it was cool too because it made me feel like I knew the team a little bit, and I was satisfied with their performance. They did very well, all things considered, against Ohio State. So, yeah, the reactions, let me hear it. Damn it, LSU. Wow. Call that the dagger. SEC can't play ranked teams. Brian Kelly needs to go immediately. And it looks like USC is going to go full kickoff here. 8 seconds to go. And it's going to be a touchback. So LSU will get one chance. Just one. They got one play to go down the field for the touchdown. So schoolyard bullshit is now in full effect. I'm going to expect either a fuck it, chuck it, just throw it downfield somewhere and see what happens, or a lot of laterals and backyard shenanigans, and it's going to end rugby style. USC should be able to clinch this, but they got to get stopped on one more play. For what it's worth, if it's a quick shit down in the middle of the field, LSU does have all 3 timeouts. They could do a quick slant over the middle to set themselves up a little bit better for a Hail Mary. Nussmeier looks to throw, and that's what they're going to do. And it's intercepted. Intercepted.
You want this ball? You want to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
Exactly what I called, what I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to throw a quick slant over the middle of the field, try to put themselves in a little bit better of a spot to throw a Hail Mary. But USC realized this, and they left a couple of guys over the middle, and interception, game, set, match for the first. Wait a minute. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Wait a minute. Does that ball touch the ground? Hold on. Hold everything. Are they going to say, are they going to review that play? Are they going to be able to review that play? Let's see. Waiting for permission to start from replay. And nope, they're going to let it play. All right. And that is all she wrote. unbelievable. USC has shocked college football for the first time in years, in a very long time that I can remember. They have knocked off a ranked SEC team. Not to mention, this is the first time they've won one of these kickoff classics. So, wow. Wow, what a game. Couple of things that jump out to me immediately. This is not an endorsement of Lincoln Riley, okay? USC played great tonight. Miller Moss, that job is firmly his now. Miller Moss has earned his job. Turns out when you can keep a guy on your team for 2 seasons or more and he's able to develop in the system, it works out pretty well when he shows up the following season for his junior year and just balls out in the opening game. Zachariah Branch wasn't really a factor in the game tonight either. Woody Marks, however, is able to find the smallest openings to make his way through the line and get into the end zone. So that's the first thing. Couple of questions you need to answer if you're USC. You got a lot of defensive gaps in coverage you need to fix and all that shit. But you can also say, like, overall, that was an impressive performance by USC. They have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. 3 near turnovers in the game, including a batted ball that was nearly picked off and 2 fumbles that were recovered by USC. They got the ball back on both occasions. Now, on the LSU side of the coin, what the fuck is discipline? What the actual fuck is discipline? Seriously, that was probably one of the worst discipline games you can see from this team in a very long time. Brian Kelly has a lot of work to do this week. There's going to be a lot of Kentucky miles being ran in the Louisiana heat. That's for damn sure. I don't know what else really to say there, except this was a close game that really came down to the wire. That, you know, Woody Marks, the redshirt senior transfer, 16 rushes for 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the difference maker in this game tonight. But Miller Moss it carried that offense. And, Nick, you're absolutely right. USC's defense got tough when they needed to. I mean, when they needed to, they stiffened up. And LSU, they had one Lincoln Riley about blew this fucking game early in the fourth quarter when they called 2 timeouts and then had a turnover on downs in a great field position for LSU to take advantage of that. Then LSU forgot discipline. One of the players tossed his helmet off, which was a 15-yard penalty that backed LSU up all the way to the 20-yard line, and then went 3 and out on offense. Because as much as I want to say that John Emery Jr. played well tonight, and he did, he got beat the fuck up on that drive. Absolutely beat the fuck up. So what I'm going to say is that USC has definitely done their homework on how to play defense in a big-time conference like the Big Ten or against the SEC. It was a game that lived up to, beyond the hype. And overall, you can look at both sides and say both sides played well. But USC, they played really damn well. They need to stop having Lincoln Riley call the fucking plays, though. That needs to stop. He should not be calling the offense. That's honestly, I think that's what's gonna kill them. But defensively, they're gonna be stout. Let's look ahead a little bit here for both teams. Well, I got a minute, and before we wrap this up for the night. So looking ahead here for LSU, it's a tough loss. And I don't know if it's going to get any better for them, to be honest with you. The LSU schedule is looking like this. They're going to have a freebie against Nicholls State next week to kind of lick their wounds on. They got to travel to South Carolina to play the Gamecocks. They got a home game against UCLA. That should be another win. They got to play South Alabama at home, and then they got Ole Miss at home, at Arkansas, at A&M, at home against Bama, at Florida, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma. I would say that their college football playoff hopes are not dead, but that loss to USC was fairly decisive. The good news is that they got plenty of time to recuperate, rebound. They got some good games coming up to where on the schedule, at least, they should be able to make it up and still find a way into the playoffs if they play their cards right and win enough games. They don't have to play Georgia, so that's a good start. They don't have to play Texas. They don't have to play Oklahoma. So right there, that's good. USC, so they got the shock win. They play Utah State next week in a gimme. Michigan is the week after that at the Big House. So Michigan's got to play Texas this upcoming week. Then they got to play USC. Michigan is so fucked. Oh, my God. I love it. Then it's Wisconsin at Minnesota. Penn State's going to be a tough game. Maryland, Rutgers, Washington, Nebraska, UCLA, Notre Dame. Okay, so I could easily see them running the table now until they play Notre Dame. It's extremely possible. Penn State's the only other tough game they have on the schedule besides Michigan the rest of the way. If they beat Michigan and they're able to contain Penn State at home, you could be looking at 11-0 USC against Notre Dame to finish the season before anything else. So a playoff spot is now for sure on the minds of everybody in Southern California. And wow. What a way to cap off the weekend. Now, there is a game tomorrow night, like I mentioned, Florida State against Boston College. I may or may not cover that. We'll see what shakes out in terms of, what happens there. I do have a stream for sure tomorrow, though. We are going to try to get Akron to win a national championship at high noon here on my YouTube channel. It won't be streaming on Twitch, but it'll be streaming on my YouTube channel. We'll be playing Illinois in the first round of the playoffs. I know, Illinois first round playoffs. It's cursed. Fuck you, I know. And the stream will last as long as the games last. If we make it to the national championship, we'll stream all of the games until we win or lose the national championship. If we lose and we're one and done in the playoffs, well, that's just the stream. We're one and done in the stream. That's all we're doing. It's the way it's going to be. So there's that. And then earlier on during the stream tonight, I did decide what my schedule is going to be looking like for this upcoming weekend. So next time I'll be alive will also be Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to do a This Week in College Football episode. We're bringing the series back. I'm going to have my friend Akbar join me for that stream where we're going to break down everything that happened in week 1 and week 0. Talk about the big storylines from everything and just kind of give our 2 cents on the whole thing. So I hope you guys can join us for a good discussion there. And then after that, we're going to be off until Friday for Duke versus Northwestern at 9 o'clock on FS1. We're going to cover that here on this YouTube channel. We are also going to do Texas versus Michigan this Saturday at noon on Fox. We're going to cover that shit here live. And then we are going to close out Saturday with NC State versus Tennessee at 7:30 on ABC for the Duke Mayo Classic. That's number 15 versus number 24. Not a whole lot of other good games going on that weekend. So this upcoming weekend, those are the two biggies right there. Texas versus Michigan is the game that everybody's going to have an eye on. That's major implications right there. But you're also going to have Tennessee and NC State, 2 teams that have hopes of sneaking into the playoffs that just need to get a little bit of something going underneath them. So, and And then you got Colorado, Nebraska on NBC, but nobody's going to watch that. So that is that's our stream, guys. Appreciate you guys watching with me tonight. That was a fun game. Good times were had. Final score from Las Vegas, USC 27, LSU 20. USC will just Lincoln Riley keeps his job for another week. Thank you, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for College Football 25 gameplay. Good night. And good night.